Hey, what's good, what's good, what's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast presented by DJ City and Beat Source. We're here in New York City, and we have invaded the Sound Collective. I'm one of your hosts, DJ Crooked. We got Jamie the Great here.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to our brother, DJ Never Forever. We have our special co-host, Brooklyn's finest, right in the building. DJ Goldfinger co-hosting with us.
Yo, what up?
And then we got a legend here. We got a legend in the building. One of my favorite DJs, one of my favorite club killers right here. And he's the Queen's finest, international club king, heavy hitter, successful entrepreneur, restaurateur, and like maybe one of the hardest, the biggest hustlers in the DJ game. He's steady hustling, stacking gigs, 3 to 4 gigs a night. We have the amazing, incredible DJ Camilo in the building.
Yes,
what's
good?
Morning.
Thank
Camilo,
you
what's
for
good,
having
sir?
me, man. Yo, listen, real talk. Like, I don't do podcasts.
You don't?
Not that I don't. I just haven't had the right scenario, situation, timing.
Yeah.
And this is one of the first. But I did a little homework and I said this one looks official. DJs talking with DJs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm glad you came through, man. You've been on our bucket list for so long. And
I remember I missed y'all in Vegas, man. My bad. It's tough.
Yeah.
Like you land, gig, and then you out, and it's like, how do you squeeze in?
Yeah.
I want to be right. I don't.
You just came from Japan, right? You was in Japan.
Yeah, I was in Japan like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah. How was that shit?
Amazing. Japan's always great. You know, it's not my first time, but it's the vibe, it's the people, it's the culture. Technology, and they just love the music and know the music and respect the music. Sometimes I think over here we take it for granted. Like I guess since we've been here since day one, and maybe we started hip hop, but over there they take it indifferent.
How do you play Japan differently than like New York?
I think now, before back in the day, I want to say we used to, I come from the vinyl era, and we used to go there with crates.
Yeah.
That was different. That back then was doing homework, this, that, and the other.
You're kind of trying to figure out what they feeling.
Now, I think it's open, bro. Like you almost play like here.
They got bottle service in Japan now.
Yeah. That wasn't the thing back in the day. Like the first time I got booked in Japan was at Harlem nightclub in Tokyo.
Shout to Harlem.
And this is like boom bap era.
This is the 90s? Like late 90s?
Late 90s.
Yeah, late 90s. That's your first time in Japan, right?
Yeah. No, you know what? I'm sorry. Maybe 2000.
2000s, right?
Yeah, maybe 2000. But it was still boom bap was the thing. Like you could do a Gangstar set, you could do an MOP set,
right.
Straight like that,
and the crowd was.
They knew their homework. They knew everything, maybe more so than like some of the
your regular
kids,
New York street kid walking out. Like they knew they up on it. Like but now I mean things have changed. Technology, everybody's up on everything quick. There's no such thing as an exclusive no more.
Right.
So people are also when you get over there, they up on everything. I'm able to do what I do here. I could even do a dembow set over there. Like it's crazy. Yeah.
What's the record you were playing in Japan that you were surprised? You're like, oh shit, this shit works out here. And then when you get that one record and you break it through and you're like, oh, they like this, and you go deeper and you're like, oh shit, they like this too?
Yeah. Wow, that's a good question. I mean, I definitely did all my like little Spanish sets over there that rocked. Of course the Bad Bunnies, of course. But like the deeper dembow joints, I was surprised.
Really?
Yeah, like an Alpha and all that, they was just rocking to it.
Wow.
And then of course I hit like Carnival, Travis Scott, and
I mean they're gonna
that's already given. You know what I'm saying? Given.
Right now, like, what's your favorite city to go to? I know New York is always gonna be crazy for you, and you stack gigs on the weekends. I want to talk about that.
Right.
I want to hear more about that. But I also I'm curious to see what's your favorite city when you land
I just played in Houston this weekend, and
I seen that. That shit was crazy.
Popping. I think Houston is changing. I think pandemic, a lot of people, West Coast and East Coast, landed. There's Jersey people there. There's of course New Yorkers are there now, and that's changed. Like back in the days, it wasn't like that.
Really, you feel like an East Coast presence there a little?
Yeah, big time.
Crazy
guys with Yankee hats like this, and I was like, yo, Yankee, New York,
Wow.
Yeah, it's bugged out. So that, but if I have to pick one, I have to say Miami. I mean, Miami's always been New York's playground, backyard. And I've been going there since forever, and it's always a vibe. Of course, it's changed dramatically.
Yeah.
But it's always fun, and it's always a little melting pot of all of US. You know what I'm saying? You play there, you're gonna catch some ATL people there, some Chicago people there, some New Yorkers, some West Coast, blah blah blah. Everybody's on, you know, it's a destination spot.
When you do like a Houston, you have to prep. Like, I'm curious to see how you prep for down south, like Texas.
I want to be honest. Back in the days, I would prep more. Now
it's hard, right?
Now everybody's up on everything, man.
Yeah.
And the big records are the big records everywhere. You know what I'm saying? The big records, over there. Did I have to go out of my way for Houston? Not really. I mean, yes, I did a little prepping. There was I was doing a big Latin spot. So there was like these like Peso Pluma.
There's a whole lot of Mexicans over there.
Right. Oh, a whole lot of Mexicans.
We in there.
You know, they're like, they run it.
Yeah.
But then there's mad Colombians and there's mad Venezuelans and there was Dominicans and Puerto Ricans too. But of course the Mexicans ran it. And the Salvadorians were big too. And so, but like this Mexican wave is big, man. Like this Peso Pluma is running. There was some new reggaeton guys from the West Coast. I forgot their name. I got their records.
Are you up on like the banda and all that shit?
A little bit. Yeah. Corridos and all that.
Yeah.
If
you need some help, I got you, bro.
Yeah. No. But you know, here in New York, we play it.
Really?
Oh man, Dominicans uptown, they fuck with that hard.
No way.
Yes way, like hard. Like now, I'm not saying do a 30-minute set.
No.
But you go in
3 records,
3-4 records, but they're ringing. You know, there's this new kid named he got a record Xavi, XAV.
Yeah.
Big.
Diabla,
yeah. Big,
major,
big, and I'm straight Dominican crowd. Rocking,
yeah.
You know, so times have changed, man.
Really?
Yeah, times have changed, and it's beautiful to watch like these cultures, which back in the days they were like Puerto Ricans didn't rock with Mexicans, at a spot or the music. Like it took time. Now it's just like they're embracing reggaeton. They're embracing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can talk about that because I was doing a spot in Fort Worth, Texas, which is like Dallas area, and I dropped Uva. The Dembow joint. And that shit went off, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would just open the door to Alpha and all this other shit. But I don't know, there's something about the Dominicans and the Mexicans kind of clicking up.
Yeah, but I think it's just also the cultures and everybody's seeing what's high, and the features.
Yeah.
They're putting people together. You know, Peso Pluma did a joint with Alpha. That opened a whole new world. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I played in Indianapolis. Same thing. Like, you get to see.
Yeah, Karol G did some shit with Peso Pluma.
Yeah, exactly.
You being of Colombian descent, right? There was this wave of Colombian reggaeton that took over, right?
Huge.
In the 16, 15?
Yeah.
It's like maybe in the beginning with like Bad Bunny, but then there was J Balvin. And like,
I remember J Balvin coming to New York. Skinny, just simple, hustling, working his records. The beginning, before he took off, and to see him now, he just became global pop, out of here. But then, a whole brand new wave of Colombian artists came. You had the Malumas,
right?
You had the Karol G's, of course, but now you got Bless, Ryan Castro, Fade out of here, man. Like he's. I think top 3 right now.
Like when they come to New York, are they like? Do you have like a relationship with them?
Like Balvin, yes.
Yeah.
Like day one, because when you meet an artist from day one, they remember you, because you're like, oh, this is the first guy I met when I was.
But how did y'all link up with? How did you first link up with Balvin?
I believe I was playing with Alex Sensation. We were playing together.
And
Alex Sensation, yeah.
And then Balvin popped up, and he was just chilling, just hanging out with us. Right there, DJ.
What song did he have out? Do you remember?
Oh, no, I don't remember. One of his first singles.
Is this like 6 a.m., like way?
Before that.
Oh, this is early.
Before that. And he was just hanging out. I got mad pictures of just us chilling in the booth. He's on stage with us uptown, and that's how I met him, and we just clicked.
I wasn't asking, with the Latin artists that come up here, is it easier? Do you feel like it's easier to connect with you than other DJs because you are like Latin and you're like the voice, you're on the radio and all this shit? Are they kind of chasing you as like, oh, we need to get the records to Camilo because he's breaking ground out here?
I think both ways. It depends on the artist, but I think the newer ones could care less.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they've been brainwashed with streaming and Spotify, and that's what they care about. Right. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, that's what they care about. But there are some like Fade knew who I was. I never met him.
Yeah.
I happened to see him perform in Queer. I said, let me pull up. I pulled up. We shake hands. We chilled in his green room, and he was vibes, cool.
I was kind of wondering. There was a point where dancehall, like the dancehall artists, they didn't want the crossover pop, since they didn't want to be the crossover pop sensation anymore, because they were like, we're already kings in our own world. Mm-hmm. There was like less dancehall records.
Like back in the days, dancehall.
This is like maybe like 2010s, like
okay,
maybe after Vibes Cartel.
Okay,
like there was less dancehall that was crossing over, and it was kind of like everyone was like kind of like, yo, we don't really want to make a pop or a crossover record because it's like we already kings in our own. We
think they got comfortable?
No, but I think it's kind of like some of these Latin artists, they don't necessarily need to cross over or need to hit like or cross over in like an American pop market no more, because they're already popping.
They're popping. They're touring. They're doing all of South America.
A lot of the guys from the Caribbean, they couldn't get over here like for visa problems and stuff like that. So they're like, if I'm not gonna go, I might as well do my thing here and make it more so I'm good here.
I think we were talking with Cypher Sounds, even with like some of the UK artists. They're like, yo, I don't even want to cross over in the States because I'm fucking Europe.
100%. That goes with the Afrobeat artists also. I think they're so huge. They're stars, man. Over here, they made it over there. They got their biggest records, and that's a whole nother wave that just took over too. From there, not from here, from there. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, when you spinning, what right now the genre? I'm sure you're going all over the place. I've seen you like do some spots downtown in Manhattan. You're playing EDM. You're playing everything.
Yeah.
What's the pocket of music that you love right now in New York?
You know what? At this point, I like playing a melting pot of everything. At this point,
you like everything.
Everything. I think that's the fun factor of the party now.
Are you incorporating a lot more older shit into your sets that you're like
always?
Oh, shit. Yeah,
always have. Like you can't deny a classic. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that in the stash and ready to go at all the time. Like to this day, Biggie still rings, but you have to play it different. You can't play it too long.
Explain.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome.
Bienvenidos. You do English, I do Spanish.
You're going to translate.
I got you.
Okay. We are here to announce.
Estamos aquí para anunciar
that the R.O.A.D podcast is launching a Patreon.
Que nuestro podcast está viendo a Patreon.
A Patreon.
A Patreon.
A Patreon.
No Patreon.
So you guys go to patreon.com/R.O.A.D podcast.
Vayan a patreon.com.com.
Yeah. /R.O.A.D podcast.
/R.O.A.D podcast.
And sign up to be a member.
Vayan a patreon.com/R.O.A.D podcast. Para todos contentos de que vamos a poner afuera.
Wait, you're saying a lot more shit than I said.
No, I said way less shit, bro. I'm like the thing at Disneyland. Por favor, pongan sus manos y sus pies adentro del carro.
So on this Patreon, there's going to be an extra episode a month, but you're also going to get early access to some of the episodes that we release.
Vamos a poner extra episodios y extra videos de contento que Crooked ha trabajado muy fuerte en.
Wait, you said something like
you're okay. Just keep going.
Who am I fucking really hard?
No, you're working really hard on things. Jesus Christ.
So in addition, on this Patreon, there's going to be an extra episode. There's going to be early access. You're also going to get your name in the credits on the YouTube videos.
Ooh.
And there's also going to be a ton of content. We're working on a bunch of projects. We're going to tease a lot of the projects. There's going to be vlogs in there. There's going to be behind the scenes things. There's all kinds of content that we're going to be posting. And yeah, man, like throughout the years, you guys have supported us. And we're really hoping to build this new community on Patreon. So go to patreon.com/R.O.A.D podcast. We'll see you there.
Hasta luego. Ciao.
Peace. Are you talking about like back in the day we used to be able to play 4 or 5 records of like a Biggie, but now you can only really play like 1 or 2.
Right, and just get back into the mode.
Right.
And it goes. But if you do 3, 4, 5, you lose them.
You lose them because now you sound like an old head.
Yeah.
Doing like an old
maybe, or maybe you're doing the same routine. You know what I'm saying?
Or they heard that shit many times.
But then you slap them with rocking, and then you go out.
Right.
Like,
The age demographic changes. You know what I mean? Every year is a younger kid that just turned 21 is in the club now. You know what I mean?
And we were talking about this, how being unpredictable is almost more important than...
Very. You have to hit them that surprise factor. Like... These kids, a lot of them know the old songs because their parents right next to them. You know, when I was growing up, my parents next to me, no, they didn't know anything. They knew Spanish. What is this rapping?
Yeah.
You know, they're talking over music.
Are you first generation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, but these kids now, they all grew up around hip hop with their parents, so they know the song. So when you slap them real quick, you know, a perfect record, and I like to bring this record up, is "Hit 'Em Up" Tupac. This shit goes in New York, goes with the 22-year-olds. It goes, and it's a gem that I always have there, because it just goes, and they know the words, and I know, you know, in New York it used to be one of those records you do not play.
Never played.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
You don't play it. You don't touch it, because it's, you know, and mind you, back in those days, you know, I used to be the Mobb Deep Queen's head. You know, well, these West Coast dudes, what are they doing? They beefing. Like, you know, I didn't understand it. It took me a long time for me to really appreciate Tupac, to the point that now it's like, just go.
When did you start seeing it change? When you could drop "Hit 'Em Up"? When did you see?
Nah, a long time ago.
Long time ago.
Right? Not like the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Like maybe a long time ago.
I was talking with Goldie a little bit, and I was like, we were talking about Kendrick, right? And we were like, yo, what Kendrick records can you play in New York, right? You know?
Yeah, you see, look at his face.
Very few.
Humble.
Very few. And I blank out right now with the titles, but maybe like 2.
Like Mad City,
Right.
Get away with that,
Right.
And
You're
humble.
right.
Mad City goes, but it depends where you play it.
Right.
It really depends where you play it.
right?
That's what we were saying.
You know.
Yo, I kind of want to talk about you. Look like you're always adapting, and you're open to change. And when you're looking at the crowd, you're making sure that you're talking about 22-year-olds. There's a lot of DJs that have been in the game as long as you have, and they're a little more stubborn.
You can't be stubborn. I learned that back in the days.
What made you?
I'm gonna tell you what I learned.
Yeah.
By the way, Camilo looks 23 too.
I want to know. I want to bring up my boy DJ Yuta, who grew up on my block, and that's one of the reasons why I'm DJ now.
He used to be in the mixtapes with you.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, on my block back in the days, super hardcore New York, boom bap, you know, Nas, Mobb Deep, anything hard, anything Brooklyn, anything MOP, you know, and we was doing mixtapes, and you know, that's how the hustle started.
This is when you were trying to get into clubs and you couldn't get into clubs, so you started
Before
making
me
mixtapes.
being in the clubs, yeah. And
this is like Camilo Volume 1, right?
yeah, and you know, the whole Bad Boy era comes, the whole Jiggy comes, the whole fuck that shit, la la la. You know, I'm playing that shit. I'm playing Redman, blah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing his mixtapes. I'm still playing his music, and you know, my taste is moving. And in the club, I'm watching him do, like, he would do a set where he would do a Mace record, you know, a Bad Boy record, and then just diss the record and play Redman. Fuck that shit, you know. And I'm watching, and some of the people reacted. I get what he was doing.
Yeah.
It was so hardcore. But after a while, I said, yo, you gotta play for the girls.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Like, they control the room, not us. We give them 20% of us, but the rest of the room dictates, you know.
You started noticing the reaction from the women?
Back then, yes, from the women and from reggae. Every time you snatch that reggae, dance floor bomb.
Yeah.
You know, the girls, you know, I'm coming from the era of when reggae was the shit.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But I don't think people understand how reggae was so important in the New York set.
Oh my God.
Because that's when that was like literally, that's when the party started. When you started playing reggae.
That would break up the party and it's like a reset button.
You know what's funny? I just had a moment. I was DJing not long ago, and I was playing this room, and this table was spending a shit ton of money, and they wanted to hear Dreams and Nightmare by Meek Mill, and they wanted to hear Hell Yeah Fucking Right by Drake. That should clear my dance floor.
Yep.
And then I drop Get Busy Sean Paul, and it's just like,
Bow.
boom. I was like, wow.
And that's the problem with bottle service, yo. Fuck, like, and I get it.
You're saying this?
But that is the problem. Like, you know, I get it. The club needs to make money. I get it. The promoter got this table. I get all that. But to have that table dictate the party, fucking sucks, bro.
I felt like I sprayed flea spray, and it just went. Everything left the fucking dance
right.
floor.
You got to be ready for that, you know, that uppercut back, because it's you know, it fucked up the party, man. It fucked up the club. I know it's coming from me because I do a lot of bottle service, you know.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like, I remember one time playing Dubai, right? And there was this guy from Germany who wanted to hear this crazy ass rock shit that I never even heard of. So the promoter hits me. I'm at the hotel. He goes, yo, do you have these records? Never even heard. Who is this?
Yeah.
Forgot the artist's name. I don't even remember. He goes, yeah, can you download it? Because there's this table. I'm like, okay, no problem. Download it left. I'm just talking this left. So I put my get there, la la la. I'm rocking. Yo, can you play those songs? I'm like, okay. You know. The guys flew me out there. You know, I'm going to say no. Right. I got you. Pop, pop, pop. Played it. Table crazy. Ah. Rest of the party is like,
sleeping.
Fuck is this?
But the worst thing is that they don't get crazy. It's like I played the record, I did this shit, and you're quiet as a church mouse. Like,
But that table's a little happy.
Yeah.
But it's like.
But the biggest problem is the whole crowd, the whole room doesn't know that someone told you to play that.
Majority know.
They're looking at you crazy.
That girl at the bar, she's like, what the fuck is this DJ playing?
Why is Camilo playing this shit?
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, you learn how to get through these little situations. And at the end of the day, you want to make everybody happy.
Yo, it's different. I didn't know Camilo went through this shit.
Yeah, no, he's human too.
Especially when you're out the country and like this ain't my backyard, so I don't know. You know, so I have to play different. Like I have to play by their rules. Like, you know,
they're gonna throw him in jail. Like you can't come out because you didn't play.
But then at the same time, I'd be like this promoter. You see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I know, but you know, big spender.
Jesus Christ.
Tell me this. Hold on. How do you manage going from one club to the next club to the next club, dealing with all different types of equipment, and still being able to function and shit like that?
Okay, well, the equipment shit, you guys be ready because, you know, nowadays, this controller, that controller, you got to be updated, blah, blah, blah.
Is that what you actually going into rooms and you're seeing controllers? You have to work on a controller,
Yeah.
So wait, is he talking about when he goes from one like
club? Like, well, let's paint a picture because not everyone knows how to move.
What is he talking about?
So we're talking about like on a Friday or a Saturday, maybe even a Sunday, right? Like you'll do 4 gigs.
Right.
And I was even asking Goldie. I said, how is he doing 4 gigs in 4 different parts of the city? Like one in Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, and in Jersey.
I'll break it down. So and Sundays is really the day, but like Fridays and Saturdays. So New York. If you live in New York, there's this place called Jersey. Jersey closes at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? So prime time in Jersey is what? 12. 12:30-ish. Mm-hmm. New York, prime time is 2:30, depending where you're at. Mm-hmm. Depending the party. So you go and touch down in Jersey, do a club there. Maybe you could squeeze 2 clubs if you do an hour and a half each. Maybe. Mm-hmm. And then you shoot over to New York.
Give me the set times. Like when would you frame? When would you get there?
Well, let's say let's just use 2 clubs for example.
Okay.
You know, set time in Jersey 12 o'clock, 12:15. You out of there by 1:45.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You back in New York at 2:15. Prime time. You close out. That's simple.
That's 2 in the night.
2 in the
on a weekend. On Friday or Saturday.
On a Friday or Saturday.
Right.
On a Sunday, you could do brunches.
Right.
Some start at 4. Some start at 6. I don't know. Some other ones start at, prime time, maybe 7, 9, which now a brunch, I know at this point, that's a fucking dinner party at this point. But they call it brunch.
Right.
It is what it is.
That's dinner.
But a brunch party, that's prime time. The dinner hour is like kind of prime time for the brunch party.
Correct.
Kind of,
Correct. So let's say on a Sunday you could do 4 gigs easily. 2 brunches, 2 nightclubs. That easy.
God damn.
So like on a Sunday, how you navigating? You're going from like Manhattan.
So for instance, let's say this Sunday we start in Jersey.
Okay.
This Sunday we do a brunch at 3:30. Mm-hmm. Wow. Doing the spot in Newark. Bam. Packed. Vibes, a real brunch with food and people and tables and, you know, and then it gets sloppier as the day goes.
Right.
Then you move on to there's another brunch at 6 o'clock at another spot, maybe 30 minutes away. Mm-hmm. Knock that out and you're done by like
8:30. Yeah.
Right.
Get back to the city.
Back to the city. Prime time for these brunches in the city are like 8, 9.
Yeah.
Get on at that time.
Wow.
Knock that out. And then you do New York prime time, 1:30, 2 o'clock. You just get on and that's how you.
God, that's a fucking.
But it's exhausting as fuck. Like nowadays, I honestly, more than 2 parties, I'd be, you know, kind of like.
I was gonna say, how long have you been doing that? formula? That
Forever. Nah, you know what? Honestly, and I'm gonna say this, I think I started that shit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Really?
Yeah. I before this podcast, I spoke to you. I said, you know, I started doing a little homework. I started watching a couple podcasts, and I heard Clint Sparks. You know, I started this, I started that.
I was the first to do it.
And I was laughing. I was like, yo, you know what?
You're like, I don't want to be that guy. That's like, I'm the first.
No, but in New York, yeah. In New York, and back then for me, it was just about getting my name out. It wasn't about money. It wasn't, no, I wanted to do, we could do that. I wasn't saying no to anything. And it became a thing. Now there's a lot of DJs, youngers, doing the same shit. And you know, you got to do it right.
You've been doing over 20 years like that, kind of, a little bit.
Yeah.
That's tiring though, man, right? No?
It is.
And you drinking too?
I am.
Somehow that boy still looks 20.
Yeah, but you know, I've not been the guy that gets trashed. At the end of the night, the last gig, I'm trashed over there and they walking me out. I'm not that guy. I hit a certain level and then it's just bottled water, bro, because there's so much you could do. Once I feel like I'm not in control or I feel a little too, I'm like, chill out.
Have you noticed, like, when you go to Jersey, like what Goldie was saying, when you go to Jersey, when you hit Manhattan, you have to deal with like different equipment. I feel like, is there more controllers in Jersey, or is it just everywhere? It's just whatever it is.
It's control the city now. Like,
it's control
there's
the
no
city
turntables, right? There's no nowhere.
But CDJs,
900.
Well, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, CDJs, yes, but now controllers took over, I think. And to be honest, I come from the turntable era.
Yeah,
love turntables, but controllers are just easier to deal with.
So you're dealing with more controllers now.
Yeah.
Wow.
SRT. It's probably
SRT 1000. Yeah.
The favorite one.
Yeah.
And I think less headaches for the club, less everything.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper. It sounds good. I think it does.
It has a better sound card than, it's almost up there with the 900, right?
Right. The 900 is great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Great.
But you'll hardly ever come across an S11 with like CDJ.
No. Yeah, we do.
You do sometimes.
The S11, S9.
Yeah. Is that what's your favorite?
I love the S9.
S9? The S11's better, no?
I don't know.
Why do you like the S9?
Yeah, why?
Maybe because I own one.
Huh?
Because I own one. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's why.
Okay.
It's not like I had an S11 at the crib.
That's like the worst sound.
Yeah, I hate this.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the worst.
Nah,
sound
is
card.
it? I don't know.
The S11 is
For the crib?
upgraded.
No,
for the crib is fine.
For the bedroom, you're fine.
It's made for the bedroom.
That's why. So during pandemic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
S9 is what I copped.
Yeah.
And
A
it
lot
was-
of people did.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at the crib, not the club. At the crib, and yeah, that was the most time I got to ever DJ in my house.
And were you on turntable?
I was on turntables. That was the best.
Do you miss it?
Fuck yeah.
I was just talking with Goldie about that.
I do, and I cut better too. I cannot to this day cut on. I do regular shit like on turntables.
You treat
I cut-
turntables like turntables.
Yeah, and I cut much better. It's just better.
Yeah.
Now, who gives a fuck about cutting anymore? Nobody cares. Like,
Stop doing that shit.
right?
When was the last time you was on turntables? You was rocking the club?
Club?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's crazy you say that. There's this club called Barcode in Elizabeth, New Jersey. The owner's a DJ. He takes it passionate. It's a club that he's made it's a huge club. It's a mega club. It's not nothing,
1,500
he
capacity.
More.
2,000, yeah.
He puts his heart into it. So one night, and this is like 3 weeks ago.
And it's very rare to have someone like that.
No.
the club.
No, yeah. It's very rare.
It's kind of a beautiful thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's definitely. And he goes, hey, I want you to do a Digging the Crates party. I said, what? What do you mean? It's a Friday, old school. Like, no. I'm bringing the turntable setup and I want you to rock. I'm like, really? Oh, shit. He go, but you play regular, but we're going to call it Digging the Crates because you're on turntables. Okay, cool. And it felt great, man.
Yeah.
It felt great. I bought my vinyl with my name on it, You know, it just felt great.
Does it throw off your rhythm though? Because you're usually working on a controller or whatever. Like, does it feel different when you go on from
Like the first 15, 20 minutes,
yes,
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the first few records
Yeah.
for a second, it's like riding up back again. Like, oh, okay.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, and then you get into the groove, and then forget it. I was back in that zone.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's crazy because he videotaped the whole shit, put it on YouTube at Barcode. That was like maybe 3-4 weeks ago.
You were using phase?
Huh?
The phase?
Or
The
needles.
phase? The
Needles.
Wow.
Needles.
That's me.
I skipped that.
Audubon's and shit. Yeah. I need something physical, man. I can't have.
Yeah, I like to look at my needle.
Yeah.
I like to pull it back and you know, I mean, that's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole, what do you call it again? The
phase.
Yeah, I skipped that whole wave.
Me too.
It's beautiful though.
I'm sure it is.
The phase is beautiful.
It's a wave during the pandemic, so it's easily to be
right. I skipped a lot of waves. Like when I went from turntables, vinyl to Serato, I was stubborn, bro. I did not want to do it. I said, fuck that. I got my wax, my vinyl, la la la. And I was watching these motherfuckers get on their computers before me. You know, I went, damn. And then after a while, damn, I can't get this record. You know, and by what I mean by skipping was a lot of DJs back then were using CDJs and CDs. Mm-hmm. A lot.
Yeah.
And in the Latin world, a whole lot.
Yeah, that's
and I only got into the CD thing carrying a book for a little while because the reggaeton songs I couldn't get on wax.
Yeah.
So I was doing that, but I skipped that whole CD. Guys used to walk in with these books with CDs. You know?
You had no choice because you wanted to keep all the new stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They wasn't pressing anything up.
Right. Correct.
That was like the
unless they came to my store.
B Street?
Yeah.
Yo, bootleg city, baby. Those bootlegs were classic. Like they used to do them volumes of reggaeton songs, like 4 reggaeton songs in one, and staccato. I don't gotta use the CD.
That's all him. That's all him.
Yeah, well, that was a big money maker. Warning.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Shit, I used to have the Tego Calderons on it.
Yeah.
I didn't have to, because I would do anything to get anything on wax. I didn't want to do CDs. I was stubborn. I was stubborn to the end. I said, okay, it's time to get a fucking laptop.
It's so funny, like with the Tego Calderon, like in the West Coast, I feel like they just started like really like fucking with him like in the past 2 years.
No, it was big in the mid 2000s, but that from like 2008 to like 2018, they lost him.
Yeah.
I wasn't too big. Like I don't go to like LA. I never really gigged in LA a lot. Very few. But I did a Latin party there on a Thursday. I forgot the name. It was pretty known.
Is it in downtown?
It was downtown.
It was
Conga
big.
Room?
It was big.
It was big.
It was in front of the Staples Center?
Not Conga Room.
Okay.
No. But if you give me the name, it looks like a movie theater outside. It's on it's on the strip on Hollywood Boulevard. Hollywood Boulevard? I might be wrong, bro.
Sunset Bank?
Is it you said it's a movie theater?
It was a Thursday party. I know it was a very known party. When I got there,
What's the big one? Viva la
No, I'm talking back. I'm talking like maybe 7 years back.
Oh, then it had to be either, was it probably Playhouse, Supper Club?
Playhouse. Yeah, I remember Dre Sinatra pulled up.
Yeah.
Playhouse. Yeah. And that was like the first time, it was like a Latin party, right?
Really? Oh, shit.
Yeah. It was like
that was usually hip-hop night.
Thursday night.
Yeah. Thursday night Playhouse usually hip-hop night.
Right. But they would brand it as a Latin party, so I guess that's why they booked me. So I went by, had a great time. But I always felt like the West Coast was never, like when it came to like reggae,
we don't have a lot of culture of
right.
There's not like a big Afro Caribbean presence in California like that, but it's building up.
Right.
Like
no, I think now it's changed. I mean, I can't say 'cause I haven't been there, but I think now it's changed. And I think back then when we did that Spanish part, I got to see a reggaeton. I was like, okay, they fuck with it.
Yeah.
Now forget it. It's a whole nother ballgame.
Well, a lot of I don't know if you know, but a lot of your mixes got to the West Coast. That's how we knew about a bunch of, like, in the mid 2000s, a lot of your shit was being played over there because you were playing shit that we've never heard.
Okay.
So, and we had to listen to you online because that's when, we didn't have, the shit wasn't being recorded on that episode.
Right.
We had to, like, tune in online to listen to the shit. But a lot of people knew your shit and the shit you were breaking. So it was getting to there.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get, like, all, like, the Tego shit right away. It took a little bit, and then you start finding out like what DJs are playing, then you just tap in.
Right. Yeah, I used to, back then, 05, 06, but this is back. I was doing mad homework on reggaeton, and they gave me a show on Hot.
Yeah.
A reggaeton show.
Yeah, we didn't even touch on Hot 97, how like, you've been like a staple there at Hot 97.
16?
You've been like
01.
01.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
01. But when I first started, I started once a month on Saturdays midnight to 4 a.m.
But there's an interesting story about you and you're like filling in for Enough or something, right?
Before that, yes, correct. Before that, but that wasn't a start. That was just like, I don't know how the fuck this happened. But Enough.
Did you even know Enough?
Yeah, I knew
point,
enough.
You knew enough.
I knew enough.
Hey, yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? This is the R.O.A.D podcast, Reflections of a DJ. We're here in New York City, and we have invaded the Sound Collective. Now, I want to explain what the Sound Collective is. I got my man Lefty from the Sound Collective here. Lefty, thank you for having us and hosting this beautiful studio for us. Exactly what is the Sound Collective here in New York?
Modern, state-of-the-art facility with tons of production gear. And one side of it is you can be a member and you can come here and pay monthly to use the rooms and the gear and sign out time and our space. We have a state-of-the-art studio. We have all these production stations, DJ stations, instrument practicing rooms and such like that.
And you also like teach. You have like classes and sessions, right?
We have intensive programs, short-term programs that people can come and take Saturday classes on DJing, production.
There's like kind of a community building within where there's like DJs, producers, musicians.
Up and coming producers, people honing their craft and learning, and DJs and all these things. And they come here and practice, and we have all the new gear, so they come and check that out and get familiar. And a lot of DJs will come in from out of town, be like, let me get a day pass so I can just get a refresh on the 3000s and the V10.
And what's great is that a lot of our guests, everyone from like Clark Kent to the technician to like Camilo, they come in here and they're just like, holy shit.
You want to play with all the gear, man? Yeah.
I didn't even realize this, but you guys have like studio spaces where people can do live streams and they can do their Twitch streams here.
Yep. We got a whole green screen set up already, multicam, full on switcher. Like, we also do a lot of events here. We're bringing a lot of outside talent, organizations. We got a big event coming up with DJ City, Beat Source, and Serato.
That's part of our family.
Yeah. We did a big one last year with them. We got another one coming up.
For our listeners, is there any way we could hook them up with a deal, or, you know, like if they put in a R.O.A.D podcast code?
Yeah, tell me about it. What else do you have in vision for this deal? It sounds like we're well on our way. Why don't you tell them?
You're working with us where they can type in a code for like R.O.A.D.
Yep.
And they'll get a month free, right?
Yeah, on our online platform. We have a whole online platform with like masterclass style education.
Nice.
Different categories and everything, instruments, drums. And then we have these things that we're launching right now called Pro Paths. So you can choose, like if you're a producer, you can take the Ableton Pro Path, the Logic Pro Path, Serato Studio. Goes through a wide variety of knowledge besides just stuff in that skill set and discipline.
So our R.O.A.D listeners, if you're in New York, you can check out their facility. You can do a day pass, a week pass, a monthly pass. You can check out their site. You have access to all the education online.
Soundcollective.com. We also have a YouTube channel that has some of our content from the educational courses, and all of our events are live streamed and put up there.
I hope we can come back here and use your facilities again.
Looking forward to it.
Shout to Lefty and the Sound Collective. Thank you so much. So wait, I want to kind of understand this, because it's like when I was like kind of researching you a little bit, you came up in Queens, you were like 12-year-old, you were like, trying to be a DJ. You went to your first block party. Right? You're like, I want to be a DJ. And then it kind of was like, you just started making mixtapes.
Mixtapes, I wanted to be in a club. That was my goal.
Yeah.
My goal was not mixtapes, but I said, how the fuck am I gonna promote myself? So I was making these mixtapes to hand out to promoters and people. I wasn't even selling them shits, bro. I was just making them to boom. And then, yo, when's the next one coming? That's what I was getting. Right. When's the next one? So I said, oh shit, okay, volume 2, volume 3. And then as the ball started rolling, yo, you gotta put these in the stores.
It was in the stores.
Yeah.
It was in the stores.
L covers. Yeah, we had the L covers, like the graffiti shit.
Before that, it was paper covers, just one color.
Oh yeah, totally.
One color, simple, no graphics, just straight titles a lot. And then I started. That just opened the whole.
What were you playing? What was in the volume 1s, 2s, and 3s and all them shits? Like, what were you?
It was current in the mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
Used to have Beat Nuts exclusives and no.
Yeah,
you was like straight backpack.
Yeah,
Queens.
Queens.
Here's the other thing. I was super backpack.
Yeah.
At one point, super. And yeah, that era was what it was. And I was doing those underground tapes. I was trying to hit everything. I was doing the popular hip hop mixtape, then I would do an underground joint, try to hit fat beats, begging them, yo, just keep my tape. One day Babito had his own store. He said, bring him here, I got you. Put him, sold out, quick.
Wow.
Come back, mom.
He used to have the reggae joints.
I used to have the reggae joints.
The blends with the reggaes and shit.
Yeah. And then, but that opened a whole other door for me. Like, this became a thing. And I was like, ooh, this is.
Were you making like some money?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was great.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But, you know, remember, these are cassette tapes, man. So, you know.
Oh, not even CDs.
No, it was before that. Like my kids don't even know what they don't know what a cassette, like, you know. So, yeah, so fast forward.
No, but like, who got your tape and was like, yo, come do the party? Your first shit.
So the spot, I always say the spot in Queens called Casablanca.
Casablanca.
Okay, like 98, yeah. That became, I give everything to that club because that became my little foundation. It was a Latin spot, but they needed a hip hop set. So bam, here comes Camilo from the neighborhood. He has to have all Corona, all of, you know, Woodside, Jackson Heights, all that. You have to beat nuts will come hang out all the time, and I'm on the set. And I became...
What was your time slot?
1
o'clock.
1 o'clock. Movie. Like, movie.
I haven't heard that term in so long.
What, movie?
Movie.
Movie. Yo, it was great, you know, Super Thug, that whole era.
Yeah.
You know, we used to get a little bit of Queensbridge people come. Capone used to come, Noriega used to come hang out.
All of Left Frack was in that bitch.
Right. So that became my house in Queens. Little spot.
What night was it?
Thursdays. You know, I remember used to drink Doug Passions.
Doug Passion.
Oh, that's my man's drink over here.
Henny and
Alizé.
Red, yeah. So that was
either
it.
the red Alizé or the orange Alizé.
So since I was born in Jackson Heights, Queens, right next door was Corona. I got very cool with the beat nuts. You know, it was all neighborhood shit. I used to, so back then, that's it. My tape started rolling. People from Brooklyn, Bushwick, everybody used to, you know.
And then you got this weekly Thursday that you there.
Weekly. And then, weekly. And then, I don't want to fast forward, but then the beat nuts one time said, yo, we need a DJ, we're going to Switzerland. You want me? Yeah. Oh, I'm there.
Yeah.
You know, I got there, quick story. I got there, we landed, Brick is cold. First time in Europe, I've never been to Europe in my life. I'm there for them, not for me. Like, you know, it's like this huge ass fucking spot, you know, boom, bap, you know, it was great, beautiful. We're walking in through the crowd to get to the backstage. There's a stand there selling mad tapes. And boom, I see my tape there.
Wow.
And my mouth just dropped, like, oh shit.
Like someone bootlegged it.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's there.
For like 10 seconds, I got tight.
But it's there.
But then I was just shocked. I was like, but then I was next to the fucking greats.
Wait, why did you get tight?
I was next to
because someone bootlegged his.
That's why.
Yeah, but
that's called promotion, baby. You're giving it out to everybody.
Like he doesn't know if like they sold 500 of those shits over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the fact that they had it, and I'm still Kick a pre-tapes, Mr. C tapes. Then my one little tape there. I was just shocked. I was like, wow. Then I met a promoter there that night that had my tape, and that just opened the whole.
And you were like, "That's my tape," or he knew already that was you. Or you're like,
he knew already.
Tape. Wow,
crazy.
And it just opened the door, like, yo, you got to come back.
Yep, and that all began right then because of that one little beat nuts offer, whatever DJ, you know, and then we came back, and then we did a beat nuts tour in Europe. Which was like more like Germany, Switzerland, all those Austria, all those little countries that connect. That was amazing, bro.
I'm just imagining you playing like Rain of the Tech instrumental. Yo, performing that shit.
Oh my God! And you know, back then, what was their hit? Off the Books. And Watch Out Now. All them joints with just stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know they used to fight with each other. It was crazy. I just, you know, I learned a lot. You know, I was on a tour bus with them. It was amazing, man. Shout to Juju and Psycho Les.
That was like No Escaping This. Se acabó.
What was the joint with Fat Man Scoop that had
oh yeah, Fat Man with the guitar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All that. It was a great time, man.
That's a great.
And to me, you know, not because I knew them, but they were one of my favorite producers back then because their beats was crazy. Stupid. So, their beats was stupid. And, you know, they were from the neighborhood. So I was proud, you know.
Yeah.
Ew.
Wow. So then you got back. You still had your Thursdays. And then when did it start? When did you start getting the attention of, like, Enough? Where Enough knew about you?
Casablanca. Somebody took him to Casablanca. And I think it was for my birthday party. I might have met him before, but that's when I really got his attention. And I did a big birthday party. Had the city out. And he's just there. And that's why Met him, ba.
Yeah.
You know, was kicking it, and he was like going back and forth to France back then, and you know, he was busy. He was on the radio.
He told us that. He said that there's a lot of money over there, guys.
Yeah, and you know, to me, he was DJ enough, bro. He had this show on Saturdays called Midnight Run on Hot. Best show ever. Like, you know, that's when you had no rules on radio, playing with your heart, and that's it. And it's midnight, and it's New York on Hot. Like, you know. There's nothing.
The Mecca,
right?
In your opinion, were you flex or enough? Who would you love more? I feel like there was always a split, a little bit.
Nah, you know, I wasn't around flex that much.
Nah.
Only time like when we would go to the tunnel, because you had to go to the tunnel.
Yeah.
Just hold the wall up and just stand there and watch fucking it go down. You know, literally. But enough, I was around enough so much, and his parties and his movement, and when he used to go to Miami, we have to be out, you know, those Memorial weekends when the whole fucking New York used to be out there.
Yeah.
And he used to be rocking, and we had no gigs, we just got his party, you know. So yeah, enough by far, you know.
Yeah. So wait, so enough is at your party. You see him, were you instantly like pet, like oh shit, like
I was just happy.
you were happy?
I was just happy, and he was there, and then later on, not too long, maybe a year later, him and DJ Threat began the heavy hitters. Like it was just them, you know what I'm saying? And out of nowhere, they just like, yo, you want to be down with me, with us, la heavy hitters? I'm like, what? Fuck yeah! Like I'm not, you know. Meanwhile, heavy hitters wasn't a thing yet.
Verbatim,
it was just
same
them
story,
too,
bro.
you know. But nobody ever asked me to be down with anything. Nobody, you know. It's like yeah, fuck yeah, let's and DJ enough. What is it to explain? There's we going.
So you was a heavy hitter even before you was on the radio.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. As far as the radio's concerned, it was just fucking weird. Like, you know, it was Enough was doing a show with Star and Buckwild.
Wow. This is back in the
This
day.
is back in the day.
Yeah.
Crazy era.
Yeah.
Crazy time on radio.
Wild era.
Wild.
Yeah.
Literally,
like Howard Stern crazy shit.
Yeah.
For that time.
Right.
On a hip hop level.
Right. And for whatever reason, he couldn't make it. Yo, I need you and Thread to fill in for me.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Not even like one day. It was like a whole week, right? Or something?
It was one day.
It was one day?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
I
I remember. It was one day. But he told us like 2 days before. I don't know. So I'm here prepping. I'm here like, oh my God, like, you know. And we got to the station, you know, and then you meet Star, and he's
You don't know who Star is.
right. He goes,
He's lovable.
yo, you gonna play Nirvana if I ask you to?
What'd he say?
You gonna play Nirvana if I ask you?
He was a rock dude. Yeah.
Nirvana. He used to love rock.
Yeah.
I don't fucking got Nirvana in my crate. I'm gonna hear High 97, yo. I'm like, I'll try to look for it. Like, you know. I think he was just testing me, you know?
Yeah.
Yo, I'd never forget when I put the first needle on the record. Yo, my hand was shaking.
Wow.
Yo, real talk. My hand was shaking. I'll never forget that. That first record I played, it lasted forever, bro. It was like, I was nervous, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Would you remember what record it was?
Eric Sermon, React.
Oh, I love
wow.
that song.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, that Hot 97 setup
I know
is weird, right?
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, super.
It's like the turn.
It's like round.
It's
Yeah.
just spaced
Turntable,
out.
diagonal, mixer, and diagonal.
But it's like worse than like spinning at the Roxy. You remember like those old school like 80s
Yeah,
clubs
yeah.
where like they had the suspended turntable.
Oh, them shits are good with the rubber bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
But I
it's-
feel like it was just kind of everything was kind of laid out like an old
yo,
school.
but you
80s
know,
club,
watching
right?
like I got to see Enough, Flex, C, rock that shit.
Yeah, you have to rock it.
Yeah, you just had to
That shit's still
adapt.
there?
Nah, no, the studio's changed. We live in another era now, man. That shit is falling apart.
No, but that's why I'm like, that's why when we have these conversations about mixes, like we have these conversations about mixes and everything like that. But it's like for me, when you were DJ, especially a club DJ, it's kind of like you can't really bitch about the equipment. You just
Nowadays?
yeah.
No.
I'm saying back then, even back then, you had to learn because it was like when you saw the kings,
Listen,
and the gods do it. You were
when
like,
when I did that spot Casablanca,
Yeah.
they had this mixer with knobs. It was called
Yeah.
Yuri.
yeah, Yuri,
yeah.
And that was it. There was no if
There was
that
no
nothing.
fader, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. The rotary
And I remember seeing that mixer in the city at these other parties when I would see
At the tunnel.
Louis Vega. The tunnel had him. I've seen Mr. C kill that shit.
yeah.
kill it. Rest in peace, Mr. C.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
By the way, you did an amazing tribute mix.
Thank you.
Amazing on Hot 97. And shout to Big Ben. Big Ben did an amazing.
I haven't gotten to hear it. I know it's on SoundCloud. I want to check it out.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I saw somebody
He
post
did an
it.
amazing
Yeah,
one.
he's
Yeah.
feeling.
That week was so crazy because there's so much going on. So, oh man, it just
Right.
fucking tore us apart, man.
Rest in peace.
Tore us apart, and yeah, I got to check out that mixer. But C was boy, he was one of a kind, man.
The finisher, right?
For real, like there's nobody like him. All this time at Hot 97, I regret standing there. We used to sit at a table like this, go through music, and I don't do that. To this day, I don't sit with other DJs ever. Music, this, that.
Really?
I don't get to do that. I've never done that. I don't come from that. Never, ever. So back then on Fridays, we used to have a show. I used to get on at 7. He used to get on at 8. Enough would be on at 5. I used to be on at 7. He used to be on at 8. So we would always get together, and then we would always prep. So once in a blues, he used to be, yo, I need this, that, this Spanish. He always comes in Spanish. And one day he opens his laptop. He goes, what do you need? I'm like, oh, yo, I need this, I need that. He goes, you need anything else? I go, nah. He goes, are you sure? And that's when I stopped. I said, fuck. Because he doesn't do that. He protects
That's
his
the
laptop.
Bible.
Yes. That's
Bible.
They call it the Bible.
Wow.
And I said, hold up, this is a trick question. You fucking with me right now, right? He goes, nah, what do you need? This is the time because,
Yeah.
call me off guard. Like, bro, I need your whole laptop. Like, don't even ask me. Like, and
Here's a hard drive, just drag everything.
like, but yeah, he was crazy, man.
That's like a beautiful moment. Like to me, like you're saying, like when DJs sit around, we actually kind of did this. Me, Alex, and Goldie, we were just sitting and just talking about what songs are working. And Alex is like getting on my ass because he's like, yo, these songs are working. I'm like, damn, those are opener records.
Right.
And then Goldie's like, nah, those songs are working.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh fuck. Now I gotta download that song, right? So it's like, but it's like those conversations are so important.
Yeah, they are. And
know?
I get mad at myself because a lot of times it's timing, man. I'm so busy. I don't got time to link up with a DJ. You know what I'm saying? I just be asking here and then and do my own homework real quick. Like, but I think it is very important. Like, sit there and learn. Like, when I went to Houston this past weekend,
right.
I called up a DJ that I know, and I said, yo, this, that, and that. This works. This works. Yeah, you good with this, you good with that, you good with that. And I played it and it rang and it worked.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck it was, but it worked and I kept it and and for those things it's important.
But like back in the day with vinyl, you used to just hit up your boy. Like if you went to another city, you hit up your connect or a fellow heavy hitter.
Or go to a record store.
Or they would just pull. They would have records ready for you, right? Kind of. And they would just hand it to you, or not?
No,
Nah?
I didn't get that.
You didn't get that treatment.
I wish. Nah. But you would do homework.
Go to the record store. That's what you used to do. If you go to another city,
Yeah.
just check in. Go to the record store, see what's hot,
Right.
see what they vibing to, like, what's popping there.
And definitely the DJ and
Listen to the radio.
that
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First hour you there while you coming from the airport. Listen to the radio.
Yeah, I used to
tap in.
I used to imagine like when you just went and you touched down in a new city, like the DJ that you was cool with, they just had like a couple doubles for you, and they'd be like, "Yo,
Nah, I never
these are
got
the
that.
joints."
You know what I've done? Not now, but back when Shazam started popping up.
Yeah.
I used to Shazam like the city, and I would see
yeah.
records would pop up. Like, what the fuck is this? Oh shit! All right,
Yeah.
You know
what's the best thing I used to do? And they don't do this anymore, but I used to go to the local hip hop station, the radio station, and they would show the playlist
On the website.
on the website.
Yeah, you're right. They used to do that.
They used to
right?
do that. And
I
they used to show like the top 50 songs
You're
that
right.
were in rotation.
100%.
Hot 97.
And yeah,
Power
and that Hot
60.
Night, whenever I came back to New York, when I was in Vegas, and I would check Hot 97, the playlist, and I'd be like, oh shit, okay, that's
Yup.
hitting, that's hitting.
Yup.
Oh, this, I hadn't even heard of this one. Blah, blah, blah.
I think Hot still you could listen here and there,
Nah,
but
I
radio's
didn't-
become so fucking whack.
Yeah.
It's
You're saying this? You're on the radio.
I mean, to be honest, it's a business where it now it's dumbed down to the 6 records that you hear all fucking day. When we're on mixing, you get to rub here and do a little something here and there. But then nowadays, you have to play these hits. You got to play these hits. Camilo hits. And then if you're on at 5 o'clock prime time, hits.
there's like a
Different
formula,
responsibility.
right?
Different
Yeah.
responsibility.
Yeah, different responsibility, and you have to. The art is where you have to make it fun and different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take your time, do some homework. Don't don't make this record that they heard all day. Make it sound different. Grab a blend, grab a mix, grab an edit from another DJ. Do some homework. You know what I'm saying? And like 310 Baby, for example. The record I'm talking about Soak City.
Yeah.
So I have to play a reggae every day. Oh, I found a reggae version of 310's beat with Drift, the TJ record, right?
Yeah.
I play that. And then I found another joint with Bruckham, and it sounded like a rhythm now. And so now I'm playing these 3 records back. So I make it fun, make it different. You know what I'm saying? And that you have to do some homework to stand out a little bit. You know, have some fun.
How you searching for music and all these like blends and stuff? Or do you just get them? Like people emailing you shit and you just running through it?
No, lately I've been doing record pools, man.
Yeah.
Heavy hits. What's that other joint? Headliner, DJ City, all them joints.
Yeah.
I just go through them and once in a blue, I'm sorry, DJs do send me stuff like these Jersey kids. They do Jersey to everything and anything.
Right.
Anything, like, you know, they'll flip a Bad Bunny record and do it Jersey style. You know what I'm saying? That shit sound hard. Like one time I was on the gram and some kid, T-Mark, had his own Jersey version.
T-Mark is killing.
Nasty.
He's been killing the game for a minute.
I DM'd him. I said, yo, you have that clean? Yeah. Send that to me.
Wow.
Bow. Like if I see shit like that, right away. If I see something that catches my eye, right away. You know, I have no problem DMing somebody I don't know. Like, yo, what's up? Yo, that shit's hard, man. I need that.
You know what's been like really, really hitting hard? Like Baile Funk remixes. Like the Baile Funk shit.
Yeah.
Yo, like that's been like up there because you go from Dembo, then you go upstate, you go like up, you
right?
go to, like Baile Funk, and then just kind of
that's like 135, 140 beats per minute, right?
And then you kind of go into Jersey a little bit,
right?
Yeah, and then there's this nice pocket where you can go into like soca or you can do all this other shit.
Correct.
Yeah. It's kind of a beautiful thing, like that whole pocket that's up there right now. That's crazy. I still want to hear to this first how you started getting on Hot 97.
So when I did that show, I did it with DJ Threat. Filled in for Enough.
Yeah.
And that was the end of that. We filled in. And I remember the program director saying, her name was Tracy. She was like a beast. Like she was ill. She was about that life. Oh, they did great. They played the hits. And that's what because Enough asked. That was the end of that. Now, fast forward a couple months later, maybe a year later, a new PD came in. He came in, they brought him to that spot, Casablanca again. And I'll never forget, it was Money Nels and Gabi that also used to work at Loud Records. They took him, yo, you gotta come. They were taking him out to the city to check out the city. New PD, new town. Yo, let's see these clubs, let's see these DJs. He came to my party, he saw what it was. Oh shit. And he wanted to create a new show. The show was called Take It to the Streets. So what he did was, he grabbed 4 DJs that were hot in mixtapes or in the nightclub and gave them a show on Saturday nights at midnight. So they picked DJ Envy, Green Lantern, K-Slay, myself, and Threat.
Wow.
What a fucking lineup.
They did the Mix Master Weekend first.
Maybe. I can't remember.
They did the Mix Master Weekend first.
Okay, yeah. But then they gave us that show for us, Take It to the Streets.
Yeah. And what's your other man, the light-skinned kid, Absolute.
Absolute, but that was later.
That was later.
After they made changes, they had a space, that's when they put them on. That was later on. But that was the best times for me in Hot. The best because, number one, different era, different time.
Right.
We were on wax. There was no rules. Just make sure everything's clean and play your heart out. And we played our heart out on those. And mind you, back then, there was no this.
Right.
There was
no
nothing.
phone.
There was radio.
Right.
There was no internet. There was but
like
there was,
everybody was on
tuned in
on those weekends. Everybody tuned in.
Going to the club, out on the block, the park, whatever, the barbecue.
All weekend.
Tuned in.
All weekend long.
Right. New York City, summertime.
Right.
Lit. Movie.
Motion pictures.
Yeah.
Major motion picture.
Right. So and it was and those phone lines just lit up, and I would bring my boys from my block to pick up the phones, and it was great.
So you want a job? Come answer some phone.
And they will come and then we would get callers. It was just great, and we just playing everything and anything.
You got like a Friday show from that, right?
So later on, moving forward, I graduated, and they said, "Yo, do you want to do Friday 7:00?" My mouth dropped. Oh shit, boy, we made it. Like that was it for me. I was content. And we called it the Heavy Hitter Hour, and Enough was on from 5 to 7 with Angie. Then I would come in at 7, do an hour, heavy hit an hour. Then Mr. C would follow up. And I forgot what he was, Friday Night Live. I forgot what it was called, what he was doing. Great time, man. Great era also. There was more rules, but little still
freedom.
You know, what fucked up radio, and I think everybody knows is that the PPM, the way they would monitor the ratings, PPM, it was called. And after that, man, it's just rule after rule after rule after what you can and cannot play. And, you know.
So change the advertising dollars by that people meter.
Yeah.
The way that they reacted to how you listen to the music or how long you listen to the station or whatever.
It's pages that they give people to carry, and those pages detect what stations are being listened to. So it's kind of a little crazy because how do you, let's say you give a pager to Goldie, right? And Goldie only listens to Z100.
Yeah. The analytics is not accurate.
I don't think so.
It's not.
It doesn't make sense. And I think I forgot how many, it's a few thousand pages. I think.
And then they're basing their whole program, all the music to this.
That makes no sense to me, man. And then, you know, you don't know who you're giving these pages to. What if they're not even listening to radio?
When did that start? Like
that started like a little bit after 2000, 2002. 2003.
It started, and then it really
blew up later on.
Yeah, later on, and it was a wrap.
Wow.
And I think that's what changed radio completely. Overall, not just hot. I'm talking overall. Like
it really affected a lot of the urban stations. Well, I wouldn't say urban because they have different terms for certain, but mostly like Black and Latino stations. It really affected because the way we listen to music is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not.
And we listen to more new music, I think. Yeah. You know, and especially with hip hop, it was something. You know,
I remember.
And it's a loyalty thing too. It's like if you leave your station on Hot 97 all day. Now, how do you really justify that? Oh, when we called, it wasn't here.
Right.
You know, it's like one of those type of things.
It's tricky.
It's funny. It's funny because there was a homie of ours who was like a program director in a LA radio station. He was like, "Yo, we want R.O.A.D podcasts. We want to try LA, like LA radio." So we were like doing all these air checks, and we had to do these live mixes. Right. And there was a formula. It was like there was a list of hit songs and there was a list of filler songs. And then there was like it was like hit, filler, hit, filler.
But the filler is the recurrent.
It's a recurrent, yeah. And it was just like this formula, but you had to play even hits twice, like every hour.
Yeah.
Because they're saying that on average, an average listener listens to the radio every 15 minutes.
Right.
So every 15 minutes, they need to hear the same hit or a hit of it.
And they listen for so much time.
Right.
Also.
Right.
That's the other thing.
Right.
So there's a formula trick. Like, you know, I'm doing primetime radio. I've learned a lot. And a lot of stuff does make sense. I get it. I understand. You know, it's like you jump in a car.
Yeah.
You're in the car for what? How long you drive? Really? Like
20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to try to make those people stay there those 20 minutes.
Right.
You don't want them to go nowhere else. So you got to feed them their best favorite music. I get all that. But it becomes redundant, man, for somebody who's doing it every day. So you have to learn, and you have to learn how to hit these certain records at a certain time. It's a
top of the hour.
That's
when most people come in, or 15 minutes after. You got to have those A records.
Yeah, top of the hour, you give them the best fucking Drake song ever. You know what I'm saying? And at 15 also, and make it fun, man. Like, you know, when I said earlier radio's whack, I just meant that. I don't, you know, I'm very appreciative. Like, I'm blessed. I'm on prime time in New York City, man. I never thought ever later, you know, that would, you know, happen. And you take it for what it is. You got to just, with not new rules, with these rules that are in place, you got to just learn how to.
You seem like defeated. You have this like defeated energy where you're just kind of like, you know, like it's just maybe like wearing on you a little bit. Like,
when you've done this for so many years, you know what I'm saying?
There should be a trust, a little bit, a give and take,
100%.
Right?
It's business, bro.
Yeah,
it's about money. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
how much in your career, when you look at it right now, like over the past 2 decades, how much does radio mean to you versus the club?
That's a good question.
Club all day.
Club all day.
club all day. Like,
But then what is the radio?
radio is just fun. Like, meaning,
It's promotion,
like,
right?
it's promotion. On Fridays, I get to be me a little bit instead of, versus, let's say, a Monday. A Monday, I'm on, you know, I keep it light, cool, make everybody happy, High 97, rock. On Fridays, I give them more of a Camilo experience, you know, whether I get a text or not, what are you doing? Hey, what's up?
Stay on format.
Even now still? That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, but, you know, I get it. I understand.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but sometimes you have to go with your gut. And a lot of fucking times, your gut feeling is right, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that one record, guess what? Got added. Because you know, because we out there, because we see it. You know, and a lot, don't get me wrong, a lot of times the bosses ask, yo, what's hot out there? What's that? You know, that happens all the time. And okay, we'll test this out. Nah, this shit's not working. Let's give it up. You know, this song.
Are you still breaking records?
I think so. I think I broke 310 Baby over here, in my opinion. You know, it got added, right? And it became a big thing over here. And that record, for instance, that artist is not from New York.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it has
It just
rhythm.
sounds so good.
Yeah, it sounds great, man. It's fun. It's fun. I'm just using an example. You know, so yeah, you do. You know, but sometimes you have to take a little risk.
You know, back in the day, that record would have had like an East Coast version.
Yeah.
They would have had like, you know.
Rapper on it.
Ja Rule, Fat Joe.
Jim Jones.
I get it. Yeah.
They would have-
I honestly think those days are over. Super over.
But it would have been fun. It's kind of fun to hear what that version would have been now for some of these records, right?
You know,
a little bit.
I kind of miss.
That's funny.
I kind of miss like New York artists jumping on tracks like that. Just cause. Oh, this shit is how I'm jumping on it. Like Fab still does it here and there.
Yeah.
And shit,
But
Fab's
before you-
always been bars.
Yeah, it's been I remember getting like Mano versions, Fab versions, French versions.
Right.
It was
Right.
different.
Right. I think they need to do that more. Just artists in general. You know, these young kids, forget it.
It would be fun, like if you heard like, I don't know, like Fivio on it, just on one, and then like, I don't know, Young and May, I feel like would have killed that.
Killed
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Like just have fun. Like,
Yeah.
and that to me is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of that has gone away. A lot of it.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I think the politics. They got their own shit going, you know what I mean? It's taken away from
Yeah.
them.
Well, I don't want to make that. Why I need to jump on that record for? Like, there's a lot of that nowadays. Like, why are we gonna make that hotter? Who knows?
Do you maybe think it's maybe someone on the team that doesn't know everybody and is not connected, and everyone's kind of almost everyone's independent right now, so like no one's making the connections that would have happened when maybe like a label was more
I
involved.
think a lot of these newer artists do not have somebody grabbing them by the hand and be like, yo, you need to fuck with this. Yo, you need to do this. Yo, you need to go to that club. Yo, you need to jump on this. I think these younger guys don't have any of that anymore. I might be wrong,
right,
but I don't see it.
Do you think it's also the lack of money you can make out from music now, opposed to what you could do before?
No, they're just making music. I think a lot of the artists are
now, like-
banking on streaming, man.
Yeah.
They think that's it, and that's it. No, bro, it's a whole pie. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, give you an example. Ice Spice, for instance,
yeah,
she kind of skipped the line, but then at the same time, she did hit a couple radio stations. You know, and she did have some direction of people telling her to do this, do that, do it this way. She did it very different. She skipped the whole. Yo, like in New York, she might have done maybe 2 clubs, if that. And the club she did, these little joints, local. They took her out of that, saying, "No, you're not doing that. You're not doing this." Her whole approach was different, and
She
it
created
worked
an
for her.
aura. Yeah, she created an aura.
It worked, and not being accessible to her
yeah.
made her.
Made her bigger.
It worked. It's not gonna work with everybody. Don't get fucked up. But it worked for Ice Spice, and shit.
Yeah, because we had a conversation back in the day. We were like, have we ever seen an artist come up like that? I think the closest thing we saw, and it wasn't even anywhere near that, was maybe Cardi, which was like she had that one hit, and it was just like, she had Bodak Yellow, but she had all these other singles and EPs before that.
But Cardi worked. She did mixtapes.
And she was on TV.
She was on TV,
so it's a
and
different
she
thing.
was in a club.
She was in the club
But at
too.
that time, that was kind of the biggest come up we saw from one record from Bodak Yellow, but even she had one record before that. I forgot what it was.
But the thing about Cardi that people don't forget, she was big on social media before everything.
Facts. She was
Ice Spice
huge.
came from somebody you had never seen before,
Right.
never knew before.
Yo.
And then she drops, and then it's like to the moon.
What's crazy is so everybody knows Enough Sun is Riot USA, which
Yeah.
is produced
Yeah,
by Ice
right,
Spice. So before Ice Spice blew up,
Yeah.
I'm here. Enough needed a quick reservation at my restaurant. Boom, I got him, boom. I ended up going, but not forgetting that he was there. So I get there with 6 people. It's Enough, the fam, but Ice Spice,
Yeah.
and Riot USA. Ice Spice back then, I didn't know her. You know,
Yeah.
she had a song out, but it wasn't even on my radar.
You just like, this is a family friend, right?
Correct,
You just remember the orange hair. You're like,
correct. And I'll say hi, bye, you know, what's up, you know, you good? Cool. 6 months later,
Munch.
she's fucking out of here, bro. She's like, I say, my wifey goes, yeah, we were eating when she was there. I was like, holy shit,
check the security cameras.
gone.
Yeah.
And then it was so quick, to the point where she just became this.
But I feel like she was very smart with how she released the songs, like one
Yes,
after another.
and
It was
that
relentless.
And remember what I said. A lot of artists don't have people nowadays direct them, grab my hand. Yo, nah, don't do that. Whatever way they worked her project or just her brand
Right.
was kind of genius, man.
You know what's funny? I feel like New York artists have different people around them than other cities. Because you saw it with Pop Smoke not long ago. Now you see it with Ice Spice not long ago. And it's just this thing where they kind of cure these artists to work with their city before anything else.
Right.
You know what the thing is with the whole Pop Smoke thing? It was a little mystery about that as well. He came out with the Welcome to the Party, and it's like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So it's that aura of you not
The
knowing
mystery.
the story.
But-
before it was like, yo, I got to meet this one, and everybody knows about me, and then I got to wait until they say I'm okay.
Right.
But like some of those drill guys, they have a buzz, bro, with the younger wave. Like, and when I say younger, I'm talking about the 14, 16-year-olds. Like, their whole YouTube is crazy.
Yeah, the Fabio shit is nuts.
Crazy. And I'm talking about other artists. And I look at their numbers and I'm like, yeah, I know numbers can be tweaked and this and that and all that good stuff, but they have another world. You know what I'm saying? I learned that through my son because he's into that drill shit, and some of the stuff I can't even absorb.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just too much.
Yeah. Like some of the Playboy Cardi shit that some of these young kids
Oh, my
love.
son loves Playboy Cardi. And I said, what did he say? What did he say? I don't know. It sounds good. What? You know, crazy.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Playboy Cardi's huge.
It's so sad to me when y'all mention Pop Smoke, because I
Yeah.
feel like, God damn.
Right.
Yo, he was on
Can you
the way.
Can you imagine New York if he was still around? Can you
On
imagine?
the way. He was the new, I hate to say 50 Cent.
Yeah, but it's a new 50.
It was that energy.
It was.
But it was that energy.
It was that energy.
50 embraced him.
Yeah.
He was working. He was stepping out of the box too. Like
He was
you know,
acting and doing all other stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't just drill.
It wasn't
Right.
just drill.
You know, I remember him hitting me up and said, yo, I want to do a Spanish record. When he said that to me, I said, this guy's thinking out the
Wow.
box.
He's Panamanian,
He
nobody
gets it.
knew.
He's Panamanian.
No one knew.
No one knew. No one knew. But he was definitely ready. And then he was doing melodic songs.
Right.
It wasn't just drill. Drill was his core, but he was
stepping out. He was
did
He
it.
had that, yeah.
Burner Boy.
Yeah.
You know, and bro, he was on the way. And I remember I saw him. It was Art Basel. I was playing at Booby Trap in Miami. Last time I saw him.
BT's on the river.
Right. Bam, bam, took a picture, was talking shit. Yo, when we get back, la la la. That little trip, I went to Mexico, vacation, and that's when I got the news. I was just with him. And crazy. And wow, we used to text like, when he was in trouble, he was like, yo, they're after me, man. I'm a target. He was tight. But he was on the way, bro. He was on the way. You know, and being from New York, you know, you get happy when you got a new New York artist on the radar. And he was on everybody's radar.
His music was good.
Yeah, his music is so
amazing.
good.
His album is amazing.
Yeah,
It was good. It was great.
He had shit for the shorties. He had everything.
Great.
He had everything on there.
Great. And he had the swag. He was so fucking Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know?
You mentioned your restaurant, you know, and like I was doing research on your all these restaurants and businesses you opened.
Right.
You got this like Latin fusion spot blend.
So I have
You have 4 locations.
4 locations,
Yeah, 4.
but you know, it didn't happen overnight. It started in 06.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Small little spot.
With your high school friend?
With my boys from high school. They're like, yo, I want to open this joint. What do you think? I'm like, let's try and do it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. A restaurant, Latin, Camilo spot? Shit. Let's do it.
Yeah, y'all got everything like arepas and like you have like Cuban.
Yeah, but I've
everything.
been through hell with that. You know, like when he first, you know, I wanted to do something else besides music. Because I always in my head, since day one, I said I can't put all my eggs on DJing because what's going to happen when it's time to retire? Like, or, you know, later on, you can't, this is a young man's game. You know what I'm saying? So you have to start thinking other things to do. So that was a perfect angle. My man calls me to do this. Yeah. He forgets to tell me, oh, yo, I got to go do time for a year, by the way.
Here they go.
So we go get the place, get the lease, start building. Oh, by the way, I got to do time. I'll be back in a year. It'll be quick, But, you know,
It'll be
just
quick.
continue doing this. And he just threw me in the trenches with my other partners.
Wow.
Yo, it was, but we learned a lot.
Do you have that in your background, like the cooking and all that other stuff? Like your
No, I don't.
no.
Wait, who was like how many
That's
homies
crazy.
of there? Who was the cook? Who did?
No. We got somebody.
You
We
got
had
somebody?
All we knew is we wanted the concept being Latin food.
Yeah.
And we wanted different Latin dishes. Because over here in New York, you'll go to Peruvian spot, you go to Colombian spot, you go to Mexican spot, you go to Dominican spot.
Yeah, you got like a little bit of the best of everything, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we called it blend.
Dope. That's dope.
To blend all the Latin dishes together. So
This
we got
is in Queens?
Yeah, we're in Queens and now Brooklyn, Williamsburg.
Okay.
Williamsburg.
Oh,
Blend
okay.
Williamsburg. This is the last one.
That boy killing.
Last one we got is Fly.
Okay.
It's a vibe.
Okay.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. For real.
Too bad he has to go to work after this shit.
Yeah, facts. But so you know that formula worked for us because we had a Peruvian dish, a Dominican dish, a Colombian dish. You know, different ideas, ceviche, all that.
Oof.
And it worked. So then while we were doing that, gentrification was going on in Long Island City, and these high rises going on.
Dope.
All these construction workers were coming to our spot to eat. And one of the managers was like, yo, what are you doing with this place? Yo, we got this spot that's opening up in one of the high rises on the water. You want to go check it out? We went to check it out. And I was like, this shit ain't gonna work here. My boy's like, are you crazy? We got to get onto this. They're going to give us the lease, yo. La, la, la. It's on the water. We got blend on the water. And that, baby,
Took off.
yeah.
It's going over towards Long Island City. Over near Long
It's
Island
the-
City.
you know the Pepsi-Cola sign, Long Island
Yeah.
City? We're right next door.
Wow.
Overseeing the entire city. So that made it a stamp, and then we were able to get another one, Blend Astoria, in Astoria, Queens, and then we said, okay, we got to get out of Queens. There's too much Queens going on. And then we got Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Williamsburg seems like it would be.
Well, it's
expensive.
brand new. And mind you, we got it. We got smacked with it during the pandemic. We got it right before the pandemic. Pandemic hit, they handcuffed us. We couldn't build shit. We couldn't do nothing. The city
And
didn't
you had
want
to pay the rent.
Yeah, and then it was a fight and a half, man, because the landlord was like, "Oh, you're using this pandemic as an excuse to not pay rent." I'm like, "Bro,
Fuck it.
what do you, the world has stopped. Hello,
Yeah.
like we worked out a deal. It was a bullshit deal. We went through hell, but we got it open, and we just got it open. It took us about 2.5 years to get it open.
Let's
So
do it
really,
Thursday.
we're a year old.
Let's do it Thursday, yo. After.
Thursday?
Yeah,
Let's
Thursday.
try. Let's-
Bow. What's today? Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
I'm with it.
Yo, you have a pizza spot too?
And I got a pizza spot. That's one of the neighborhoods called Slice. 2 pizza
Yeah,
spots.
I've been checking the ratings. You got some good ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried.
Look how he's happy. He's like a proud dad. Look
No. This is serious. He got an 8.1 from Dave at Barstool.
You got an 8.1.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's big.
That's big.
Clap it
That is
out.
big. That's huge.
Yo,
The
one
flop.
point-
No flop. Wait, does that?
Yo, wait. I remember him.
It's called Slice, but the LIC, Long Island City.
Right. So it's slice, but we since the first one is in Long Island City,
Yeah.
we got minor a little S LIC
In capitals.
and then small E. So slice. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yo,
I was impressed. I was like, and I
Hold
saw your
on.
ratings. It's crazy. That's great.
Yeah, that's great. And then when I'm gonna be honest, when he pulled up, I didn't know who he was.
bro.
Because this is a minute ago too. This wasn't last year, or the year before. This is a minute ago.
Yeah.
And my boys were like, "Yo," I'm like, "Who? What?" And then I did the homework. And I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Bro, an 8.1 on the One Bite fucking
It's
app is
a big deal.
big
deal.
deal.
It is.
That's like a Grammy.
He's giving like 6 or 7s for like everything.
a 7.6 is an average to him.
He's tough on New York.
Yo, when he goes 8 and above, that shit must be amazing.
Are you part of that group, which is the collective hospitality group, or is that?
Yeah. That's pretty much what us, my whole
Wow.
group, and
Y'all been basically doing this for like almost 20 years, right?
since 06.
Yeah, almost 18.
06 when we got
Yeah.
the property, then we opened like 08, and then
I don't see a Mexican spot on here, Camilo. What's going on?
we got Mexican food. Remember, we're blend, bro. We're not a.
I need a taqueria, bro.
Oh, taqueria.
Right in Brooklyn.
I have a question. With summer coming up, are you ready for Summer Jam?
It's changed, man. Remember,
Yeah?
listen, I come from the era of MetLife Stadium. 55,000 fans.
Right.
I've seen it all. Eminem,
When you were there for the take,
Jay, and Kanye.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Radio's changed. Things have dumbed down. They moved to UBS Arena now. 18,000, I believe.
damn, it's more than half.
Yeah.
So it doesn't hit me like it used to.
Wow.
Because it remember, like, it's MetLife Stadium, man. Like, that's humongous. So I'm always excited.
Yeah.
I'm always excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying we've come from here and now we're here.
MJ moments. Yeah.
Those moments will never come back. Like, and hands down, High 97 had the biggest concerts.
Yeah.
Hands down. By far. So talking to me that's seen all of that is like, how can I get super amped? You know what I'm saying? It's changed. That's all it is. It's changed.
It seems like that. It's just like an era that was, and now it's like kind of it's like trying to still stay.
I've learned one thing.
Yeah.
Nothing ever comes back. I don't care. No boom bap rapper will never come back. Maybe some sounds will, but nothing ever comes back.
Everything changes. Everything changes.
Everything changes, and you got to move with the times. And when you said earlier, you seem like you got, I don't know, forgot what you said, but about moving with
You
the times.
adapt.
Yeah.
You got to adapt. You have to adapt, man, and look at the bigger picture. Don't look back because you stay back there. You don't want to stay back there. You want to keep it moving, bro.
Yeah.
At least if you want to
Survive
and continue
and thrive.
and have fun while you're at it, man. That's my key thing, man. Having fun. I love 3-4 gigs, exhausting, but I love it. I don't get tired playing. Yeah, there's sometimes on a Monday when it's 20 degrees outside, don't want to be outside. I'll be like, but at the end of the day, man, I love DJing. I love DJing. I love rocking crowds. I love, walking to a big room and stopping the music, talking shit and vibing, seeing these girls twerk and that, it's a vibe.
The effect in people.
Yeah.
The feeling.
The feeling. We're all DJs here. We know that feeling, man.
Yeah.
When you run through 4 or 5 records in 30 seconds.
I got him.
Yeah, exactly. Talk your shit,
How long do you see yourself continue to do this?
I've mad people ask me that. And
Yeah.
till the wheels fall off.
Till the
That's how I see it. Till the wheels fucking fall off. It's not an age thing.
yeah. Look at C. Like rest in peace, C. He just
Yo.
kept going.
I played with him last year. Everybody was doing the 50 years of hip hop thing last year. Everybody, yeah. So the city booked us to do. They were doing a 5-borough tour, doing festivals.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
So for some reason, I couldn't make the Queens one because I'm from Queens. So they put me in the Brooklyn one. So I'm playing with C. You play with C, it's like, So I'm like, I'm gonna take this as I'm the opener because, C's
And he's from Brooklyn.
We're in his backyard.
You can't follow that.
And I go to see before I got on. You know, I'm gonna get on. He goes. He looked. It's Fulton. He goes. I go, yo. So what you gonna do here? He goes. It's my backyard, man. Do whatever I want. Like, you know. But you know, that's Cease. Cease is a cocky DJ, but he could stand on that. Anyway, I get on, do my thing. It was fun. He gets on, bro. Bodies. Stands on the chair. Gets on the chair. On one of these chairs. While he stands on it. Started talking. Then his setup was like, you know, because that part of Brooklyn is very gentrified. So he goes, you know, I welcome all the new
transplants and stuff.
The new this, the new that, the new community, you know, but you gotta understand one thing, you in Brooklyn. And when you're in Brooklyn, you play certain songs like this, bam, and that crowd, bro, he had him right here. Then he started to name the neighborhoods and the projects and the fucking yards and the project. That whole crowd was just, it was just the moment. I had my son with me, right?
Yeah.
He was sitting there. I was like, yo, I want you to watch this. How he controls this motherfucker, right? And my son was like watching, but he also had his phone here, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I get it. You know, he can't, I understand, but I was just slapping, like, look, like slapping. I was so, like, it was fun, man. Like, and, you know, as a DJ, you appreciate that.
Right. It's so funny when I see the new generation of DJs, and we just had Clark Kent here the other day, and when we talk about like the music and everything and all these things, like the conversations I have with like some of the younger, like I just don't. It's just a different focus and a different passion.
Mm-hmm. It is, and I like to talk a lot. I'm very cool with a lot of younger DJs. I stay cool with them, like, you know, because I like to. A lot of them have questions for me. A lot of them. The main thing they ask me is, yo, how do you keep your relationship? You know, I'm like, oh, this guy's young. You know, I get it. I said, listen, you know, when you're young, have fun, bro. But if you're in a relationship and you're out and about in a club, just don't fuck around. That's it.
Laser focus.
You want to have no stress? That's the, you know, it's hard in nightlife. You know, you're young,
right.
you know. So you know, that's their main always. But anyway, I get cool with DJs, like, because I want to see what they're thinking, how they're thinking. They're asking me questions, I'm asking them questions, and now with like WhatsApp, like you're on group chats, and you know,
right.
And it's cool to see the way they think.
What do you notice is like, I mean, a lot of the new DJs I've met that I've been blessed they're all really, really talented.
A lot. And oh man, a lot of crazy talented.
Really talented.
I can name a whole bunch, and I'm like, you know, but these are, it depends on the type of DJ you're talking to. There's ones that really care.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that are real technical. Mm-hmm. And you know, with technology now, they're doing shit that we can never even think of. Sometimes I'm confused at looking at them, what they're doing.
How the fuck are you doing this?
Y'all don't see that? Like, you know, sometimes I'm watching them run through and do special edits and this and that, and with the Serato just flipping the shit, and
yeah.
Like, oh, this nigga's killing it. You know what I'm saying?
The third loop.
Right. So, but yeah, some are passionate and some don't care. Some are there for the money and the gigs and the gigs and the gigs, and they don't do their extra homework, and they're using bullshit fucking quality sound MP3s, and they don't fight for simple things like, yo, I need a monitor in my DJ booth. Like, they'll walk into a club. A lot of clubs in New York or uptown in the hood, like, they'll have one CDJ and a mixer, and that's it.
Internally.
Just you have to play like that. I've been through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, me, I stopped playing at a spot uptown and said, yo, you can't put me here to play and this shit don't work. You know, and I'm explaining it to some Dominican club owner hits me. I'm like, yo, you don't want to play my place? I'm like, no, it's not that. It's like, how am I going to play in your place when your shit's not right? Like, you're going to give me a guitar and it's supposed to have how many strings, but you're only giving me 2 strings. And
makes sense.
That's what.
But these younger DJs are not fighting for that. You know what I'm saying? They just care about the gig.
Right.
I got this many gigs this week. Okay, cool.
What are you noticing is like the one kind of? Wait, I know you got to leave. Do you got to leave?
No, we good.
You good?
We good.
What? 10 more minutes?
We good. We good.
You sure?
We good.
Oh, I thought we had
less. Hot from here?
Oh, half from here is on 25th Street. It's not far from here. But I go live every day from my crib.
Oh.
Thank God a pandemic, baby.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so we were all confused. We thought
you had to leave.
But no, mind you,
Okay.
my gig is I live in Queens. I don't live in the city, so I have to drive. But we got time. I don't go on until 4.
Oh, okay. I thought
So we got some time.
Oh,
okay,
fuck.
cool.
We got some time.
All right, bet.
But yeah, I go live.
running through shit.
I go live from the crib now.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing, bro.
Oh, okay.
I feel so much better, comfortable. So I'm like, yo, bro, I'm better off at the crib. I'm clean, I'm sound. And, we go live sometimes once a week. We go live on their YouTube with cameras. They have like one camera. I have like 3 cameras at the crib, like different angles. It just looks flyer.
Yeah.
The aesthetics, like, why you going to... So
Right.
we rock. I'm good.
Oh, wow.
I was going to ask you, as a first-generation Latino, how did your parents take you wanting to become a DJ?
Yo, bro, my parents did not get it.
Yeah, tell me about that.
My parents come from Colombia, and they want the American dream, like busting ass, working 12 hours, this, that, and the other. What they want their son to be: go to school, college,
9 to 5.
doctor,
They
I don't
want
know,
the degrees.
architect,
Yeah.
some shit, something. Here comes Camilo, music since high school, DJ, la la la. And, okay, cool, you had a hobby, you're not in the street. Okay, oh, you're making some money. Okay, cool, nice. You're going to school, right? Right? Okay. What are you going to do? And they weren't feeling it. And then I said, I'm going to Queensboro Community College for audio recording. Oh, okay, fine. Boom, go there. I meet DJ Clue there. He's going to school there too.
Oh, wow.
Cool, nice, Clue. All right. 2 years later, I was like, I'm fucking done with this shit. This shit ain't taking me nowhere.
Yeah.
I had to hit him with I got to do this on my own. What do you mean? DJing? What is that? And, you get to, as Latin parents, they don't get it. And I understand, because first generation, they're not going to get that.
Yeah.
I get it. Even back then, I got it. And mind you, back then, we didn't know if DJing was a career.
Yeah.
We didn't know how far you could take it. There were no
Blueprints.
Right. There was no DJ Khaled's who became a fucking...
Yeah.
There was none of that. There was, our biggest DJs were, for me, was like the Kid Capri's and this and oh shit, he's on HBO, wow, But that was it. Like, there wasn't that. So it took time. After a while...
What was that moment that like, oh, okay.
Radio.
Oh, they start seeing your face everywhere and shit like that.
Radio. When they heard me on radio.
Hear you on the radio, yeah.
That kind of like, oh, all right, we understand. And then they're full support. Full. But I understand, as a parent, I have kids. What are you going to do for the rest of your life? I get it. Latin parents are like that. They on you.
Yeah.
And plus, it's hip hop. Fuck, they don't understand none of that. You know what I'm saying? The way you're dressing, they talking, I don't understand this. They don't get it. Now, my dad is the proudest, bro. He be waving that Camilo flag, And then the crazy thing is, with the gram, you get popular. They get to know somebody's face. Like, sometimes my dad walks into a place like, you're Camilo's dad. Yo, do that to my dad.
That's crazy.
That makes his day, yo. That makes his day. Like,
You have 2 kids, right?
I got 2 kids.
2 kids, and what's the ages?
16 and 18.
16 and 18. Wow.
Bro, you look like the 3rd older brother, dog.
That's beautiful.
Camilo looks the same since I saw him. Oye Mi Canto video.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Yo, it's great, man, because I get to hang out with my son, and I take him to Summer Jam. He was a fan of Rich the Kid. I said, come here. Rich the Kid is my kid. Oh, yo, it's love. And for me to be able to do that, like, not too many parents could do that.
That's cool.
Right. Yo, he loves Playboy Cardi. I met Playboy Cardi. I didn't get to, but he goes, I met Playboy Cardi. And he's amped, like,
You're my dad, man. Playboy.
Yeah. But then, it's crazy. Like,
Do any of them want to DJ?
No.
They're not. What are they into? Right?
Well, actually, my son wants to produce.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Which one?
My son. I got a daughter and son.
Oh, daughter and son.
So
okay.
my son wants to produce, and the best I could do is say, a word? Okay. What do? Hit up Riot USA. Yo, bro, he wants to produce. Get him a laptop. Get him this program. Get on YouTube. Okay, bomb.
That's crazy.
I did what I did.
He's called one of the top producers at the moment.
Right, like that's like you don't get an alley like.
but this is the crazy thing. It's a DJ son and then a DJ son, and it's like it's such a small world.
Fucking crazy.
But these are like the next.
But that's beautiful.
That's the baby.
Right?
Incredible.
Isn't it incredible?
It is incredible.
These are like the next Primos and Pete Rock.
No.
You never know.
For the next generation, right?
100%.
The baby hitters, bro.
They're the baby hitters.
Baby hitters. Facts.
The not so heavy hitter.
Wow.
The baby hitters.
And us coming up, we didn't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but I get it. We were breaking ground, I guess. I don't know.
I love that you can call Riot and just be like, yo, my son want to do this. What was it?
Text him. And then I took a picture and he screenshotted it. I got my phone. And I said, I never bothered him again.
Yeah.
I didn't bother him again. I said, boom. Then I never bothered Riot USA. I got on the laptop. I said, here, I got you this. This is the biggest alley-oop. Like,
Right.
now it's on you. I'm not even going to,
So you're hands off.
Yeah, because it has to come from him.
Right.
I can't push him.
This is the 16 or the 18?
The 16.
He's still, yeah.
Like, I can't push it. You gotta love it. You gotta do your groundwork. You gotta into it. Oh, you got a question? I got you. What's up? But I'm not gonna push you because at the end of the day, I think what made me successful was I loved it and I wanted it. And I learned on my own and I learned from my friends and
Trial and error and everything.
trial and error and experiences and that's the best way, man.
Such a perfect age to start. 16. To
Yeah.
start
Facts.
making beats. It's like the perfect age.
Yep.
But not only that, he has everything he needs. Like before, you would like go to your friend's house and fuck around their turntables or whatever
Right.
you want to
Yeah,
DJ.
yeah.
Like he got handed the gold.
It's almost like you kind of want to get your kid not the best computer. You want to get them the shitty computer.
Right.
So they can kind of like,
appreciate it a little bit.
they know the limitations. And when
Yeah.
they have, I feel like when you're limited, you become more creative.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like,
I agree. I told my son, like, yo, listen, the whole summer I was fucking broke.
right.
Trying to buy my turntables, working at a Key Food, trying to buy my turntables. Then I was more broke because I had to go buy wax.
Yeah.
And then get doubles. You know, I don't know how much he actually would take that information and but I was explaining to him, but these younger kids nowadays, they're different, bro. They don't give a fuck, yo. They're just different.
Has he played you anything?
He has.
How is it?
Cool. But as it should be.
How long has he has it? How long has he had it?
He's only had it 2 months.
2 months. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's only got it. He's only got it. Yeah, he's just
He probably has
he's a
like
baby.
4 bars.
He's a baby. But it's not supposed to be hot.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like, you know, I tell him all the time, your first everything is whack.
You're gonna get booed and shit's gonna turn off.
My first gig was a fucking, what was it, a Sweet 16? I don't know. It was whack. Like,
How was that?
I think
You're playing Redman. And
yeah, I don't
Boom
even.
Bap. I did that shit in my first birthday party. I was playing like fucking Souls of Mischief and shit.
Wow.
And then the fucking aunt came in like, yo, what the fuck you playing? Like no one's dancing. I was like,
Yo, before Hot, I did this thing called 88 Hip Hop. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Some internet. Like
Yeah, they were ahead of the game. This is before we even had
what
computers in
year
the
is
cribs.
this? What year is this?
Just like 99.
99.
Yeah. 99. This is
It's like the first internet radio.
yeah. They were I
They did
think
it the best too.
Really?
facts. But I think they were too ahead of the time.
They were.
They were thinking out the box.
The technology, they were ahead of the technology. The technology was limiting to what they actually wanted to do because they couldn't, the speeds and
The speeds,
everything
the
else.
buffering.
Yeah, it was just.
It wasn't there.
Yeah, it wasn't there.
But it was a live radio on the internet, and it was live, bro. And what was it? Beat Miners used to have a show there, and they used to have me, and I was. That's kind of like the
Basically
first.
like the first live stream, right?
Yeah, I would
live
say
stream.
so.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then they used to have artists come.
So they came to you?
do interviews and shit like that.
They
used to do interviews and all that.
interviews and the artists were all there. They were all popping up, all of them, all the J with the damages, the this, the that, all of them.
Yep.
They were, you know,
Wait, how exactly did you get involved in the beginning?
I think it was through my mixtapes. I
Yeah.
think the Mecca, this girl used to work up there, got a hold of it, and there was another chick, I forgot her name, who used to do a show, and they were like, "Yo, you want to do I think it was Beat Miners Radio, as a matter of fact, that they needed a feelings.
They had a episode on that network,
Right.
But 88 Network, 88 Hip Hop was the name of the whole operation.
How long did it last?
That was about 4 years.
Yeah.
How long were you on there?
Maybe 2.
2 years.
I was on and off, whenever they needed me, I was there.
Okay.
Or whatever.
It wasn't like you did a weekly.
Nah. But they would call me a lot, and I would go, and it was just like,
How did you approach it when they called you? Like just as like you were just mixing like on some party shit, or
no, this was,
they wanted some backpack like
yeah,
some real shit.
But I was into all of that.
Yeah,
Like
you was doing your own version of like Stretching Barbito. Were you?
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, kind of. I guess. Yeah, whatever was hot.
Yeah.
Whatever was hot. Whatever.
Remember he's bringing records too.
Whatever Ruckus B. Whatever Raucous. That era. That whole.
Yeah. You was a fan of Stretching Barbito too, right?
Super fan. Like you had to tap in to that every Thursday, all the way 5 a.m. Like have that shit recorded when you can. Fall asleep, then wake up again. Oh shit, this like heavy on the Walkman. Back then,
On the Walkman?
that's what it was.
No, I know. I was around.
like that's what it was, and Stretch used to play these mob gems.
Yeah.
He was like a big Queens, playing all that Tragedy, Gaddafi, all that. I used to love that shit, and you could only hear first there.
In your opinion, what's the closest thing to that right now for kids, on a DJ level? Like I remember, I would like tune in to Pete Rock and like Kid Capri on WBLS. Even like I would listen to David Leary, the Rockin' You Rock. I would like
Honestly,
I would like look forward to these shows.
The only thing I could think of, I can't say a show or a DJ. I just think kids are maybe tapping into Twitch and getting experiencing a DJ there. I don't think they're tapping in for
like,
music.
But you're not hearing the. I think maybe the closest thing is like, fuck, is it like academics like playing a new album?
Yeah, but academics is not DJing.
He was a DJ, yeah, but he's not DJing.
Not DJing.
Yeah.
I think he was a DJ.
He was a DJ, yeah.
Not like that though.
He wasn't like
you've never seen him on a set.
no.
I've never seen him on a set. I think they just slapped the DJ in front of his name.
No, he technically was, but he's like a personality. He's more of a radio person.
I think the closest is Twitch, like he said.
Twitch, but I feel like they're not breaking records.
No, they're not breaking records. And no,
I'm just saying the feeling of
hearing something live, and then like, yo,
Right.
like I gotta take this because it's not gonna come back again.
Nah, I don't think there's a thing anymore. To be honest, I mean, now it's just about what dropped on Spotify and Apple Music for them, and YouTube. I think that's where they go to for new music, or artists that are popping but not being streamed on these other platforms.
Yeah.
Like YouTube is it.
If you tag into a YouTube algorithm, you could just go down a rabbit hole and discover a whole bunch of other shit,
I would say like
just based on off.
And even with kids, I think YouTube bigger than SoundCloud shit. In my opinion,
I think YouTube is one of the biggest, especially internationally. It's one of the biggest streaming platforms. Like
Hell yeah.
everyone internationally in like Latin America is like listening to YouTube.
Yeah, you go to some labels, they'll have a YouTube like in your waiting area. They'll just have YouTube on and just going through music.
Not only
just playing
that,
all
but
together.
in Latin America, the videos are a big fucking deal. Like if you go look at the Latin artists, like their fucking views on YouTube is astronomical. It's bananas out of this world.
I just imagine Video Music Box being on 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, YouTube is a little different because it's like you kind of choose the direction where it goes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's not really curated.
it's like when you go into a barbershop and they have a YouTube thing on, and one video plays and it just goes.
Yeah.
And like with Spanish, like they could go all reggaeton, dembow all day, and it just goes.
Right.
And a lot of these artists are discovered like that.
Wow.
There's this DJ, I don't know his name. He's in Miami, I believe, but he's a Latin DJ, and he streams on YouTube, and he's just playing all these Latin records, and they're like in a yacht and shit like that, and that shit's like 4 or 5 hours long, and that's all they're watching. Like when I go to like a family barbecue, they'll have his videos on, and I'm like, it's just
The pandemic opened that wave. There's so many DJs now on YouTube, like just mixing, and maybe that's where it's at too. Like that's where it's at.
or TikTok as well.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take all that back. I said YouTube. Yeah, that's what people are on. Like they follow certain DJs, and these guys are just mixing. You know, they have a crazy nice background on top of a rooftop or on the beach or somewhere nice, and they're going in and they're doing 20, 30 mixes. 20.
It's funny you say this because I've been noticing more and more that I've been seeing these like younger DJs. They're creating these like living room environments of like their friends, and everyone's kind of dressed the same. And they're kind of DJing, but it's like this little like vibey.
They're creating a vibe, but that's the pandemic. That's the pandemic effect.
But it's almost like a baby Soul Train, but like a living room like R&B version of like what Soul Train would. You know what I'm talking about, right?
They're wearing like the same like
all
white
it's very
fit.
like it's all like very set up and staged.
No, yeah,
but it's like, but they're playing all these new remixes
you know
that
what?
no one would hear.
That is the new motherfucking mixtape.
Interesting.
That's the new mixtape, and that's where it's at.
You know,
and the fact that you could not just watch it at the home, barbershop, car, anywhere you go, like that's it.
Yeah.
A lot of DJs doing that.
So the experience is what it is now.
Well, it's like a visual mixtape, but you're also like you're seeing like literally a DJ do what they do, specifically what they want to do.
Right, and you know there's no rules there, and you play whatever you want.
Right,
just like Stretch and Bar, there was no fucking rules. You know, they could even curse on radio because it was late night college, whatever. It wasn't a thing. YouTube is it.
I think it's kind of interesting, like recently with the whole Drake, Kendrick, like Future, J. Cole, everything, Metro Boomin.
I love it.
Yeah, you love it? You love it?
Of course. It's hip hop. They're going at it. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, no? Yeah. I mean, back in the days, that's what it was. No?
Who you like, you know?
Who's your dog in the fight?
Who's if you had to put money on it.
Okay, I hate to say Drake only because everybody be on some, he ain't writing his own shit, blah, 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 right? But he's that guy.
Yeah.
I love Future. Mind you, I don't know how involved Future's in this. Here's the other thing. On another note, I think this is all talked about and say, let's go at each other. That's what I think.
I think it's planned out.
I think so. Come on, these motherfuckers all hang out with each other. They did albums together. Now all of a sudden,
I mean, you even had a falling out with a few friends here and there.
Yeah, but this is different. This is music. This is in everybody's face. You know.
Yeah, but I think beefing like this doesn't create more.
And I think
people at the club.
I think people now all the artists want part of the smoke.
Yeah.
Like Rick Ross can now.
That was the biggest surprising one for me. I was telling him because they have such big fucking records together.
Right.
But all of them has big records.
No, but the Rick Ross and Drake records are big as fuck. Like from the 2010s to now, it's just
right.
When those two drop a record, you got to sit down and listen.
100%. 100%. But I don't know. I think something tells me this has been talked about, and let's do this, yo. Let's fucking shape up the game. Hip hop needs it. Hip hop needs it. You know what I'm saying? And
what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Tell me.
There's no excitement right now. Now this is an excitement. This is a moment. Let's think in December. What was exciting in December? Same old same.
Bitch you a fart or something, whatever.
Right, there you go. Like, this is exciting. The game needed this. You know, motherfuckers are writing. You know, maybe some of these younger artists, maybe some younger artists can get inspired by these guys are writing and going at each other, and you know, it needed this.
You know, it's interesting you said that everyone's in on it because there's been all these articles of everyone saying that all these labels are not going to invest in hip hop anymore, and they're kind of saying like we're going to invest in country and all this. So it's almost like everyone kind of got together like, yo, how can we make the most noise right now?
Industry is nasty, man.
Yeah,
but yeah. Drake said, I'm taking some time off. He said that, right? Last year in his concert. I'm taking some time off. Now what? They can't take no time off now. It's fucking wartime.
It's go time, girl.
Right?
You know what? I wanted to bring this up because I thought it was interesting. There was when Drake dropped his response, right? It was like the push-up song. Drop and give me 30. Give me
loved
50.
It.
I'm sorry. Drop and give me 50.
That shit to me is back to back again.
Yeah.
Sounds like it too.
Straight up.
Yeah.
My thing was like he gave it to academics to premiere.
They know what they're doing.
Right? But everyone was like on Twitter being like, yo, he should have gave it to Flex. And I was like, really? Really?
That will never happen. Let's not forget, I think Flex picked a side. Remember the first
With
beef
the Meek Mill.
with Meek?
Yeah, he was gonna expose him at 7 o'clock.
He went like this.
Meek. He definitely did.
So, and not to mention, you know, I don't think Drake really fucks with Flex.
I mean, after the BlackBerry thing,
A lot of things. It's nonstop.
like I remember Flex talking about, I have the reference tracks and they're going out at 7 p.m.
Flex been taking jabs at him. Even when that was over, still takes jabs at him. To this day. Like, you know, so it wasn't going to go down there.
Yeah.
No fucking way. Plus, these guys are they're probably wittier and saying, okay, we're going with somebody who's active on this platform.
Right.
Academics. Active. Shit, I would have went to, what's homeboy?
Tyson Net.
Huh?
Tyson Net?
The live streamer?
I would have went with him.
Yeah.
Me.
But you know the thing is,
If I was-
like, it's not a regional thing either. So you don't piss off this DJ in the West Coast by giving
Right.
it to Flex.
Right.
Where
Or
you-
this station or that
Right.
station. That
Exactly.
too. That also is the politics.
Drake this Flex on back to back. Now that I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember that?
That would never happen.
But I
You know,
see,
and then these artists, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, they don't give a fuck about radio.
yeah.
They don't care.
But that was kind of my point a little bit is that
I'm talking about these A+ artists. They don't give a fuck about radio.
but for me I'm just like, yo, if it's not the radio or like anything and it's academics now, like is that like where do you drop like an exclusive like that now?
I mean, you could do it on YouTube. He could have easily did
There's-
it.
yeah, but I'm
there's-
saying like now the DJ is completely out the
It's
picture.
2024.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
out.
Right. But
You know?
there's other angles now. There's just
But
so
Drake
many
didn't
other
need to drop it anyway. He drops it on Instagram and it's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, he could have just dropped anyway.
I mean, think of Beyonce. She doesn't need the DJ. She just drops an album and everybody gets it.
Yeah.
It's to the world. It's not to the DJ.
But
I know,
since
but
it's
like because
hip-hop-
it's like a hip hop beef.
Yeah,
like
like
usually,
hip-hop.
like you know, for me, I always maybe I'm just like, I'm just
You're-
like
I think-
I'm just old
listen.
and I'm thinking of like you know the Nas and Jay
Yeah, you're talking about
and I was just tuned in
Super
to like
Ugly and all.
I was tuned in to Hot 97 listening.
I think DJs, I mean artists later on realized that we still need that fucking DJ. We still need the DJs is so important.
You really think they do?
I think they realize later, like it takes time, man. You know, some don't give a fuck, but you don't understand how important DJs like. We moved the fucking needle, man. We moved the needle to this day. There's no way around us. You gotta come see us. Whether it's radio, whether it's a club, whether it's a mix, whether it's YouTube. You need us, man. Take us out the picture, and then what?
Tastemakers, brother. Tastemakers.
Facts.
I don't-
There'll be other artists that we're gonna grab up DJs
Yeah.
and be like, yo, this is the next wave.
I don't think artists care.
Some
about
artists don't
DJs,
give a
yeah.
fuck. Like-
I think a lot of them don't give a fuck. I think you know.
I think later on, like the DJs that blew the fuck up and now here and they're coming for round 2, 3, and 4 and they can again. Now they're like, yo, we gotta fuck with this DJ now because you know it takes some time.
I've like when you speak to like, do you speak like when you speak to a new artist, like how important do they value your relationship? And I only say this because I remember talking with Cypher Sounds, and when he left Hot 97, it's like he lost. No artist wanted to talk to him because they were like,
He said everybody got amnesia.
yeah, everyone got amnesia.
It's true.
And was like, and then it's kind of one of those things where it's like Camilo on Hot 97, but then if Camilo's not on Hot 97, is it different?
It's different.
It's
100%.
different.
Yeah, of course. It's that position, bro. But I think it's also relationships. I think we live also in a different time now.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not all radio, man. Now it's about how big are you here? How big are you moving? A lot of artists fuck with me because they know I'm in the club. It has nothing to do with radio. They care about the club. They come see me. They come check out what we're playing. Hey, yo, can you play this? You know what I'm saying? They got nothing, and they never ask nothing about radio. Never. You know what I'm saying? So times are also changed. When Cypher left Hot, that was before this really took off.
It was still some semi-crucial
Right, so
to be on the radio.
2015.
Right, so I could see that happening to him because, you know, it was a different time.
Right.
But now he's active on social
Oh,
media.
no, he's killing it,
No,
right?
but now he's on another lane.
He's opening for Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, like
He's not doing that.
shouts to Syph, man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's
Bert
a
Kreischer.
Bert
fucking
Kreischer, he's
Yeah,
like
Bert
crossing.
Kreischer,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's doing
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you working on in the future? Is there anything you got planned?
Yo, I always get hit with that. And
Yeah.
I always say, yo, I'm doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm busy as fuck. I turn down gigs left and right. You know, now I do what makes sense. You know, I'm not, running to. Before I used to bother, like, yo, we gotta, like, if I was off on a Monday, Tuesday, I would get tight. I can't be fucking, what's going on? Like, now.
On a Monday, Tuesday.
Right, now it's like, okay, we off Monday, Tuesday. Cool, we chill. We making sure we at the right spots, doing the right thing. You know, I'm still blessed, still in demand. People are still blowing on my phone. Sometimes I can't give people dates. You know, I'm still traveling. I just got back from Japan.
Yeah.
I'm playing at Live next week.
Nice.
You know, I'm
Live
doing Dallas.
Miami?
Live Miami.
Nice.
I'm doing Dallas. I'm doing Vegas in June.
Vegas in June? What
Vegas-
spot? In
Dre's.
Dre's? Okay. I'm going to come check
You know, so
Okay.
we're active and so, I want to continue that till the wheels fall off. Radio, love radio. I love radio. I love playing. Yes, I get restricted and this is, the rules have changed. But I still have fun. You know what I'm saying? The restaurants, I also have a shop, a sneaker shop called R.O.A.D.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
In my neighborhood. Close to my neighborhood in Queens. It's in Queens. It's called R.O.A.D. And
You got like a Nike account and all that shit? That's tough.
Yeah. Ooh.
You have tier
That's
one?
tough.
The politics.
Yeah.
We dibble and dabble with tier one. It depends. Nike is a monster, boy.
Wait.
Right.
Did you have to open up your own bank account that Nike has access to?
Oh, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I have to have my partner.
Now, that's
Probably sure. Yeah, probably yes.
They're like,
So the
wink.
but the rumor is that you have to open a bank account and you have to have $50K in the bank account at all times, and then when they ship your shit, they withdraw their shit.
I don't. You know what?
And then you have to fill it back up to $50K in like a certain amount of weeks.
Maybe I can't confirm that.
The bad shit that I don't like is that they make you eat shit to get the cool shit.
1000%. Hold these 7 releases that mean nothing.
Yeah. The Team
And I'm gonna give
Jordans
you these
is wild.
Balvins, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's business, man. That's just business. It's business. It's part of the game. But they control.
Some real mob shit. Like literally.
At least they're not still like making the accounts like sell Jordan brand.
No,
I think that
they
was the
still
worst.
do.
Really?
He needs to sell shit. That's what I say. He needs to sell
They
shit.
used to dump like
It's
you have to
bullshit.
carry.
business. It's business.
Wow.
And they don't stop, bro. And they run the fucking world.
You know how many sneaker stores that I know, like OG sneaker stores that I know, they drop Nike. They don't carry it no more.
They had to, because
The control.
They control.
Yeah, and it sucks.
See,
It
like
sucks.
we're gonna go out of business, like selling your shit, and your shit doesn't sell.
You kind of have a better chance just reselling and consigning shit at this point.
Well, that's what happened. But even that I think is dying down a little bit. It ain't the same, man.
No.
Oh, that's not the same.
And right now, there's nothing hot, bro. Like, what's hot? What's scorching hot in sneaker? Right? Like, I need these shits.
The Action Bronson New Balance. That shit's is hot.
Yo, New Balance came back hard.
Yeah.
They came back
too.
fucking hard. I keep telling them, I think Asics.
Asics is nice.
Asics might make a comeback.
is nice.
Yeah, they slowly
Even Honkas, whatever the shits are called. They're
Honkas,
fucking-
yeah.
they're-
what's that? I don't know.
Honkas, the big ass midsole running shoe.
Oh,
Everybody has one pair of those them shits.
right.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And Solomon, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all that
those
shit.
are dope.
Yeah.
Solomon joints.
It's all that running shoe shit. It's kind of
Wow. Good luck with the sneakers.
I mean, but we do more than that. Hold up.
Yeah.
Let me take that back. It's we also have paint,
like art.
like paint, spray cans, like all graffiti writers come to it. Like we get paint from.
Oh, you're selling Krylon.
It's like hip hop store, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we Krylon,
Montana's,
all that shit.
Where's the shit?
Fat
at?
Caps, Queens.
In Elmhurst,
Elmhurst.
9230 Corona Avenue. It's in Elmhurst.
When did you open this?
Oh, so
Is
bugged
this, the
out.
same, is this the same?
No,
homies?
this store has been going maybe 25 years old, maybe more.
God damn.
It's my boy spot in Corona. He used to own in Corona. And what I used to do back in the days, give them mixtapes. So I used to sell my mixtapes on the first shop they had, or the right. Then they moved over to Elmhurst right next door. So I've been knowing the owner forever. And then he asked, yo, why don't you get down with me? You know, it was a thing. It was already an operating thing.
Right.
Not that I made it up. No, it was there running. He used to sell music. He used to be a record shop plus sneakers and that. Then he went full sneaker, hip hop, paint, gear. We got gear too. Shades, you know.
So it's just a new location.
Yeah, new. And then, you know, I got down with him, and it's a fly shop, man. It's more boutique-ish.
I like that.
More boutique-ish. So
You're really into just kind of just like opening these businesses, investing in people, investing in businesses.
yeah, if it makes
spreading
sense.
out.
Like, all of that makes sense. Nothing was not too crazy. That was my boy. I used to sell him mixtapes. It's a sneaker shop, record shop. Now it's full-blown hip-hop boutique sneaker kind of spot. And it just made sense. You know, the restaurant made sense because my boys. There was a guy, like, listen, if I was to run the restaurant, impossible. You need a team. You need somebody that lives that life. Like, that's a 24-hour job. And that kitchen, the way they need to run it, it's like...
It's tough.
I'll completely fail.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing is the workforce, is hiring people.
Oh, my God. It's a rotating door.
Yeah, it's
and
impossible.
to get good work and good people, it's hard, man.
Yeah.
Without a team, there's no way you could run a restaurant. No fucking way.
We're going
Without my team...
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
I'm
You
starting
said
to get hungry.
Thursday.
No,
You
you
said
said
Thursday.
Thursday.
See, I'm switching up on you.
Oh, you gotta work. You gotta work
You
Thursday.
gotta work Thursday.
Yeah.
Get hungry, man. I thought about it. I was like, what am I doing?
We go there. We'll check it out.
Yeah, let's
I have
do
a
it.
question. Like you said, like you're okay with like you're turning down gigs. You're doing all this. I have a question. Do you have a bunch of like, DJs that you like? Yo, I can't do this. Hit him up.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that several times.
Who's your circle? Who's your like?
Oh, wow.
Who's the motherfuckers that's like, yo, hit this motherfucker. He'll hold it down.
Without
I
hurting
can't do
feelings, Camilo.
No. It's a lot of the younger guys.
this. You want to give them a shout, like some of these dudes? Or
Nah, because you know what it is. I'm gonna tell you why. If I name a name, then that whole what about me? I'm your boy. Like, I don't want to do that. But they know who the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, and then DJs are emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of ego.
Oh my God.
Right.
And I, you know what? Even the old school, new school.
Same, right?
Yeah, I think it's a thing that I don't feel like I've ever been like that. Me personally, I'd be watching like.
People are entitled, right? Entitled.
Yeah, the older guys are entitled, and they just cocky and like this, But the younger guys is just emotional too, man.
Have you ever like met your hero, like a DJ that you looked up to, and then you were just like, damn, man, this motherfucker's an asshole. He's
Yes.
the worst person.
I won't say his name, but yes. Listen, God bless him. God bless him, because it hurts because it's somebody that we looked up to.
Yeah.
I know, and I say we because I know it's not just me. And when you get to know him, damn, you are by yourself. And forget about helping me out, helping just the game, bro. It's disgusting.
Do you think it's like a defense mechanism? Like they have to protect themselves so they don't want to get too close to anybody? Or?
It could be, but at a certain point, you get to know people. Like, listen, if there's somebody around me for 15 years, I know what type of individual you are. And, I know what you're capable of. I know if there's any malice in you. If there's no malice in you, then I fucks with you. And I don't need to treat you that way. That's it. Like, we're humans at the end of the day, yo.
Right.
Yeah, we just playing records.
Yeah, having a great time. And we're successful at it.
Yeah,
All of us.
everybody can eat.
Ain't nobody want your spot, man. Or your lane.
It's funny because it's like when you go through when you run through like, this industry and like you have peers and you go through all of these DJs, and when you start realizing like, oh, I fuck with this dude, I fuck with this dude, and then you see their branch of homies, you're like, oh, they fuck with this dude. You realize we all kind of fuck with the same like good people.
Right.
And it's like we all kind of stick together a little bit.
Right. And listen, man, at the end of the day, life is short. Look at Mr. C.
Yeah.
Passed away, right? It's gone.
He was
That.
just on the radio the day before.
Right. Gone just
That's
like
the
that.
crazy shit sometimes.
And yo, bro, like, you don't need to move like that.
Right.
You don't. No. That's it. It's that
Yeah.
simple.
It's funny because like I'm cool with Big Ben. He's always like we don't like fucking hang out every fucking day
Right.
or anything.
Yo,
but
Big Ben's nasty, bro.
Ben is fucking just nasty.
You know, I love
The
Ben.
nastiest.
I love Ben. But I'm tired of him saying that he doesn't care. Oh, I don't care. I don't care. Oh, yeah, this DJ shit. Blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he gets on, and you know he cares. You know he loves. Well, I don't care about radio. I don't know. Meanwhile, he's killing shit on the block.
He's killing it.
And he's passionate, but he gives that aura like,
Tuesday.
I'd be like, yo, stop, bro, stop. You love this.
Yeah.
You want it forever, just like I do. We all want it. Till the wheels fall off, bro.
Yeah.
Till the wheels fall off. That's it.
He's always every time I hear him, he's just like inspiring. I'm just like, damn, and then just like I gotta go, I gotta stay on my shit.
Yeah, now that he's doing those 45s, you know, I don't see myself doing that because that's a whole nother.
That's an animal. That's another animal.
But yo, he kills that shit. He kills that shit. I would love to, if I had time, I would love to. Maybe in the future. It's just a lot of work.
You don't have any passion to go back to vinyl, right? Goldie, you kind of like said you.
Nah, I want to go back to turntables. I want to start.
Turntables.
You know, I'm working on a controller.
I have all my vinyl. I never got rid of none of that. Matter of fact, I have, you know, the flight cases.
Yeah. The calzones.
The last gig I got, that's how they stood. In the same in the same order.
The same thing. I just sold my vinyl, and it's the same. It's like my last gig. It's just
I have like 12 flight cases all stacked up, and I would look at them every day, and they're just staying there. And then I got all my record collection. I never got rid of it. I didn't want to.
And you never look at it, like pull a record out and play a record, like
once in a blue. Now I gotta redo my turntables. I don't have that access no more.
Yeah.
You know, and now I'm on the controller at the crib. I go live every day on radio, so. You know, but that's my to-do list, to fix my turntables again and get the setup, and yeah, of course.
Yeah. I just never touched the vinyl after
What
that
year?
one last gig.
05 probably.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, man.
It has to be that year.
Yeah.
I used to do this club called every Sunday, Deep Nightclub. Every Sunday.
20th.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a fucking movie, and those were my last days with vinyl in that club. It was 05.
05?
05.
What's your favorite era of club, of nightlife?
Oh, it has to be. Oh fuck. Around that time, because around that time we had so many. The city was lit. New York nightlife is not finished, but in the city, it's fucking whack. The real parties are in the outskirts, in my opinion.
I have a question, and you could correct me, because I came up probably like I didn't really go out in the late 90s. I was able to go out in like the 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like 99 I went out. But to me, the great thing about the 2000s was the first time hip hop got into like these rooms that it could never be in.
The big rooms.
These big rooms. And not only that, it was like more integrated. Like it went into the fashion world.
Oh, 100%.
Like that's when you saw like...
Yo, when we had 27th Street, when we had Home and Greenhouse, and we had Carbon.
M2.
Yo, M2
Bungalow.
and Crowbar. Remember Crowbar?
Yeah.
I used to do this after work party at Thursdays. I walk in at 7:30. It was 2,000 motherfuckers there at 7:30 p.m. Lit. Big. Like, those days are over.
Movie.
Motion.
Warning.
Morning.
What was your favorite club back then?
I'm gonna stick to Deep. I thought Deep was an era for me because it was every Sunday spot. We were there for like 2 years. Strong though. I mean strong.
Yeah.
Artists and the beauty of it is it was when reggaeton was really coming up, and they gave me that reggaeton show on Hot, and so we were combining like, okay, one day we got fucking Remy Martin performing, and we have Joel and Randy performing, and together. Like,
wow.
it was perfect at that time in New York. Shit, when Puerto Rican Day Parade would come, shit, we had it locked. Like, it was a good time. But, the Greenhouse days, the Home days.
Greenhouse, wow.
Used to do Copa and used to kill that.
Cope on 34th Street. Oh, that shit's gentrified.
Wow, Copa.
Yo, crazy. I had my birthday there. On my birthday, I had Pitbull performing. I had Jadakiss, Mr. Vegas.
Wow.
Mr. C called me. I need to get on. He called me. He wanted to make it an issue to make sure to let everybody know that he could rock this Copacabana crowd. I said, you want? I got you. He did a little set, rocked. He did great. And yeah, it was good times, man.
Wow.
It was a good time.
What about you, Goldie? Around that
Well,
time?
you already know. Cheetah, Envy,
Cheetah and
Yo,
Envy.
Cheetah.
Lotus.
Great, man. Cheetah's is great. Lotus on 14th Street.
Yeah.
I did it a few times. I didn't too many times. Me and Gold didn't get to play too much together.
No. I think we played a couple of times at Sessa.
Sessa. Did you do Mars with me, maybe?
Mars.
Remember Mars?
No, I did Mars, but I didn't do it.
Sessa. Sessa was a
Sessa,
special
wow.
party.
Sessa was.
We used to do every Tuesday. It was like an industry, whatever. But bro, anybody and everybody walking there. It was great. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I kind of, when I started Sessa, I kind of took the Cheetah format where you start with classics in the beginning, slow, bum, then towards the 2 a.m. it's just straight hip hop. It was good times, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a great era of like how
Booth sucked.
What?
Party was great.
Yeah, the party was great. Party was great.
That was such a great era of how the night was curated with classics, R&B,
Yeah.
like light hip hop, and then like
100%.
dance hall, and then you just went in.
100%. I mean, yeah, those days are over too.
Yeah.
But there's the younger guys nowadays, they got themes that I like too. Like there's this party I'm doing in a couple weeks called 9 a.m. Banger.
Oh, I heard about them. Can you link me up with them?
Yeah.
Because I kind of wanted to talk with them because that's a party, and I'm talking, there's like 2,000 people or more at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yep.
Going ham like a rave.
So
But
the door-
online at 6.
The door
getting
the door,
smashed.
the door opens at 9.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. The doors open at 9. By 11:30, 12 o'clock, everybody's trashed.
This is in the morning.
In the morning. Yo, no. It's big. Like Tokisha performed there.
Yeah. And here's the
Yeah.
killer.
Dana Lou's been killing
Dana
it.
Lou crushes.
Yeah.
So here's the killer. Like they sell out before the day starts. Right?
Yeah.
They're sold out, and then they bring a surprise
guest.
performance
Yeah.
without announcement. You know, which is they're not. So in other words, the party sells itself. It's not. Oh, we added this artist, so now we're gonna sell. No, the party sells out before. They
It's an
took
incredible
Keisha
idea,
out,
man.
Yeah.
Incredible idea.
Or they've have
But
Cam on.
I never would have imagined anyone would stand in line for 9 a.m.
But it's
party,
listen,
you know?
it's a theme party.
Yeah.
It's not every week.
No.
It's like every 2-3 months. It's well prepped. They do a whole,
It's a production. It's
like a
real
mini
production.
festival.
Yeah.
They think it out well.
Yeah.
And then I did their biggest one, which they had a Brooklyn Mirage. We did it for Christmas. It was called 9 a.m. Banger Christmas, whatever. I was able to get
Did you dress up like Santa or nothing?
No, I didn't, but they all did. All Santa Clauses and fucking
Yeah.
and I was able to book French. Nobody knew.
Oh, wow.
Sold the fuck out. Yo, and French was like, he didn't get it. He's like, what do you mean? Like, who's gonna show up to that? Yo, when he got there, my man, whatever, he did a show. I DJed for him, movie. And then
Motion picture, baby. What it go?
then-
Every time you're gonna post something on socials now and it's a crazy recap, I'm just gonna put the film camera underneath this shit.
and then what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, then he didn't want to leave.
He didn't want to
He
leave.
want to stay there, Probably they were feeling, but he was just.
Yo, Goldie, let's go. 9 a.m.
We're having it Cinco de Mayo. So
Cinco de Mayo?
that fourth. If you're here, it's in Queens. We're having an announcement. When's it dropping? Way after or?
No, way before, in between that time frame.
It'll be out by then.
Yeah.
It'll be out.
Yeah.
It'll be out. Astoria, Queens, Melrose Ballroom. Nice room.
Wow.
Nice room. Nice capacity. Not deep in
You might have
Queens.
to come out here, Kirk.
I might
Oh,
have
you're
to
not
fly out.
over here?
I might not. I'm in Vegas, but I'm
Oh, no, you're staying in Vegas.
Nah.
You're staying in Vegas.
You might have to come out for that.
We got to go Goldie one of these days.
Yo, we
Yo,
got to
it's
get something
fun.
to eat first.
And then the beauty about this is hardly any bottle service.
Yeah.
This is just a good fucking time.
But that's what's
the key.
popping right
And
now,
what
right?
and back to this how this conversation started is like the younger guys, they do things like this. There's another party called Pizza Zoo
Yeah,
I've heard about that.
I heard
Yeah.
about that as well.
movie. You know who did the first Pizza Zoo that I remember? I think it was Cypher. He was involved with that.
Really?
But what they do is it's an afternoon early, like 7, 8, 9, depending when they're
Right,
having
right.
it. mad pizza. And since I own a pizza shop, the first time I did it, I said, yo, we got to get the pizza. They order like 500 pies.
Right.
God
Literally.
damn.
And they pass the shit around while the party's going on. Movie. And then, you know, I said, it makes sense. I got a pizza shop, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, they ordered some from me and, you know, got on the set. And we did, a big one that I did was Terminal 5. And we had Mace come out
Really?
for the Pizza Zoo. Great theme. Like, these type of functions, you know, we never used to do things like that back in the day.
No.
So, you know, it's cool to see. And these are all pretty much college kids, basically.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like 18 over.
I would say
it's like
21.
21?
Yeah.
How much are the tickets? Like $20, $25?
I have no idea.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you know, college kids don't spend a lot of money, so.
I mean, $20, $25 you could do.
Is that Blend BK?
Blend Williamsburg.
Blend Williamsburg.
Oh, he's ready.
Now, he's hungry.
Tell you, man. I'm going. I'm going, man.
Yo, by the way, speaking of your pizza shop, big shout out to you during the pandemic. You guys donated like a bunch of pizzas.
We went
like,
crazy.
To a bunch of the hospitals in Queens, right?
Yeah.
I think like 10,000 pies.
Yeah. But that, you know, it took some time, but yeah. And then, what happened was we also got involved on social media, and then a lot of people started donating.
Yeah.
Tons of people.
You said like, what? I'll match whatever you donate. We'll match.
We'll match.
in the
And
pizzas,
then people started just donating. That helped.
Yeah.
That helped, you know, one
I think
time.
Ebro bought like 500 or something.
Ebro, yes, Ebro. Even Angie, you know, Angie Martinez.
Yeah,
like,
shout out to Angie.
Yeah, she donated. It was great. It was great. We were able to do hospitals. We even did Rikers one time. Rikers Island.
Yeah.
Jail. Like, that was cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the pandemic. You know, during the pandemic, we had a lot of time to do different shit.
How did you feel about the pandemic? You were still on the radio though, right? Kind of, or
I was on the radio live from crib.
Yeah.
So I never forget this. This thing hit. Pandemic hit. Oh, it's coronavirus. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, yeah, you know, you're going to have to do a show from the crib. I was like, whoa.
Oh, shit. I just figured it out. Camilo started it. Corona
Queens, get out of here. So you know, I started going live from the crib. And then, you know, radio was probably very quiet back then. Nobody was in their car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people nowadays do not have a radio at the crib. You know what I'm saying? So it was very quiet. But then that just opened the doors for some other shit, yo. I learned about Twitch. I started going live on Instagram. I was making money, bro. Then I said, okay, we're not doing no clubs. I'm on every Friday, 9 o'clock, live on the gram. And I was promoting that, putting flyers out, promoting. And, yo, people were sending me money. Then I opened a Twitch account. That guy, people just, you know, and I wanted to DJ, man. But the beauty was, like, I was just playing my heart out, like playing whatever.
At the house, bro.
At the crib. Doing old school reggae sets, doing house sets, doing freestyle sets, doing old hip hop. Like, it was just fun. It was fun.
Do you kind of miss that? Like, I kind of missed how there wasn't this like kind of stress to like where the rat race didn't keep going and going, where we just had some downtime. I kind of missed that.
Well, I'll tell you, for me, I, number one, got to spend time in my house.
Right.
I got a nice house, never in it. Now I'm in it. Oh shit, we need to redo the kitchen? What a perfect time. Wow. I got to spend time with wifey, the kids, like some cool, I got to catch up on movies. I got to get on, like I never had that time, ever. And then it makes you think, like, yo, we work too much.
We prioritize.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and then after the pandemic, I toned down a lot of things. I said, yo, I don't need to be doing all this at all. You know? But then at the same time, on the flip side, I'm over here at 2 a.m. This motherfucker doing legal party. This motherfucker doing legal party. Oh shit, 1,000 people at this spot down low. That shit was burning me, bro.
Really? You were itching a little bit?
I was itching because motherfuckers is DJing, partying, people having a great time. Nothing has changed.
Cats going to Atlanta, Mexico.
That was the other thing. I'm talking about illegal parties in New York.
Yeah.
They were all over the fucking place.
There were a lot.
Yeah.
Very irresponsible, though.
Camilo,
this is why you're the greatest.
Yeah.
But a lot.
I'm your PR, baby. I got it.
But you know, a lot of people came up in that period.
A whole wave came. Them young kids,
Yeah.
bam, on the map now.
Yeah.
So when things started to open, guess who's booking? Oh, I'm booking the guy DJ that did this for, we're booking him.
It was already popping.
Yeah, which is cool. It's cool. But yeah, whole nother. And then on top of that, I remember that Super Bowl was in Tampa. We was booked over there. Oh, grab everything. We was out there, Tampa. I played in DR. I did a Osuna Fest in Cancun.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
It's all pandemic time. And I was like, yo.
All that shit was open.
Were you getting
All that
heat?
shit
Were
was
you getting
open.
heat?
Not really. After a while, man. Listen, after a while, I started to see what it was. By the way, I never caught me or my partner, Big Lou, who runs with me everywhere.
You never got.
We never got sick.
Wow.
Ever. Never caught nothing. Of course, mad DJs got sick. Everybody, a lot of people got sick. Never caught nothing. I said, something's weird here, yo.
Let's not go down this rabbit hole.
I love that you came. My man Camilo.
Something's weird here, yo.
Since I
I'm not
was
Superman.
I'm not going down this rabbit hole. Colombian man.
And by the way, I got the shot.
You did.
It's okay.
You got both of them? Both of them?
All
Or
three of them.
No, I only got one. I got that. What's that? No. I'm sorry. I got that.
Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
It was one. Yeah, I got you.
That shit. You know what? We're gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't want to open a can of worms. No, I don't want to.
Warning. Man.
Oh, man. Yo, Camilo.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Camilo, thank you, man. Hey, yo, I gotta thank Big Ben for reaching out. And connecting us,
Benzino. I call him Benzino. I don't know why. No, that's why.
There's a handful of DJs. They look out for the podcast, and it's like you've been on a bucket list, and I'm really honored.
Thanks, man. I'm happy to be on that bucket list, man. And mind you, like I said, I did homework before coming here.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Everybody wants to do a podcast now. That's everybody. They've asked me, yo, why don't you do a podcast? I'm like, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into this world. It's not my thing. You have to be about this life.
Yeah.
So I checked yours out and I said, these are DJs. These are real DJs. Not just wanting to talk about clubs and gossip. So I said, this is official. So thank you for having me.
Thank you.
With that
Thanks
being
for
said,
being here.
thank you for having me.
Thank you. Movie. Thank you.
Wow.
If you want to watch more episodes from R.O.A.D Podcast, click either links on the left or the right. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page and get updated on new uploads throughout the week. Peace.